1, 2, 3. Got it? Brother tongue.
He's brother tongue.
Oh shit, are we ready? Okay, cool.
Austin, you got 2 Dr. Peppers now. He'll drink them both too.
Double fists and DPs, baby.
Dude, that's the thing is like
We're getting caffeinated, dog.
I don't even really like Dr. Pepper that much, but
I do.
really,
Well, oh my god, I can't stop burping. It's a family drink. Like this is like when you're young,
right.
you know? That's just what was in the fridge.
Oh yeah, that's like all that was in the fridge at my mom's. So yeah.
Yeah.
But well, whenever Kurt hit us up, he was like, "Hey, what do you guys want to drink?" I couldn't think of anything fast enough, and I texted Austin. I was like, "Hey, what are you wanting to drink?" And he's like, "Please, Dr. Pepper." And he's got how much Dr. Pepper at the house already? Too much. It's literally like shelves, 400 bottles.
What the fuck? Like a collection? It's like an art piece?
No, it's
Just for drinking?
Weren't they like on sale or something? And your dad just bought them in bulk.
Makes sense. I see why your live show's so insane.
It's all the caffeine.
This man just running around. He's just walking around vibrating. He's like, I don't think his legs are fucking moving. He's
Whit, our bass player, survives off the like Dollar Venom energy drinks from Dollar General. So
y'all are so young to be. Y'all should not be consuming that much caffeine.
dude, I swear, Whit.
Hold on, let me put on my dad jacket. Hold on.
Yeah, you're good.
Kids.
Dude, Whit has been addicted to caffeine for a long time now, our bass player, and it was like the beginning of the year when he was like, "Hey, you should try this," and just started having me try those like sugar-free, like really fruity monsters. And I was like, "These are pretty good." And
It's
he's
like Skittles, man. It's dangerous.
he was like, "I'm gonna get you addicted to energy drinks within the month."
It's
and I was
the
like,
flavor, man.
Dude,
It's
that's
not
what
even.
I'm
I don't want that much caffeine. Why can't they
Yeah.
make that without the caffeine?
That's what I was saying. Is I was
Thank
like,
you.
I don't even like drink this for the caffeine or anything. I just drink them because they taste
good as fuck.
The orange
The
juice
sugar-free
ones?
monster, the white one it's Sprite and Skittles.
I haven't had that one.
It's so good.
Is it?
Don't. The orange
I
one
like
too.
the orange
yeah.
one. Yeah. Orange one. The strawberry dreams is pretty good too.
It's like vapes.
Yeah.
You're just getting all y'all
Literally.
children hooked on all the bad shit.
Hey Austin, what flavor vape are you smoking these days?
Kiwi, lime,
Just kidding.
mango. That's what it is.
It's always kiwi lime. Yeah.
Brother Tongue, what's
Brother
up?
tongue. Nothing right now.
How do we
actually.
how do we get this name?
So.
Well, y'all played last night, right?
Yeah, we did play last night actually.
That's fun.
It was
Full Moon, shout out.
Yeah, it's always a good time playing at Full Moon. It's funny because like we don't actually have any shows like lined up here soon now.
It happens. Summertime.
Yeah, no,
you know.
I mean, well, and it's because our drummer Brett is going out to like Texas for a couple weeks this month, so we've just been trying to like
Sit some
scale
time
back
and-
a little. Yeah, for sure, take a break, and then JT is starting his senior year of college or senior semester. It's his last semester, isn't it?
Of college?
Yeah, college.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think so.
Like, he's graduating. It's crazy. Brett just graduated last semester. Last semester?
Yeah.
Last semester.
High school or
yeah.
college? Y'all are all in college age, right?
Yeah, we're
okay.
all college. Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all college age. Started going to shows in September
What the
last of 2021. We started going to Vino's in September of 21, and it is because Zashed. It's because of Zashed.
How crazy.
Too, yeah. No, we actually would not be a band as like we would not exist how we do as a 5-piece if it weren't for those
Did they drag
guys.
all of y'all? So y'all from Cersei too?
We're not from Cersei. Our singer JT and our bass player Whit are from Gurdon, Arkansas.
Gerd.
Yeah, no, they're from
Oh, y'all got
Gurdon.
the
He's
weird,
from
creepy
Wheeling.
railroad track lights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He gets it. He gets it. He gets
Oh,
it.
yeah. Oh, the Gurdon lights, that's been a thing for a long time.
I still haven't been out there either.
have.
I still have not seen the Gurdon lights.
I mean, I've heard people tell stories about it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Uh,
I'm good.
I've seen that Netflix documentary.
Yeah, I'm good, dude. I ain't trying to die all
Austin's
tragic
ending
like.
up in a true crime. Yeah, well, so they're from that, like Southwest Arkansas, middle of nowhere type town. How many people did you graduate with? Like 30, 40 something.
Shit, dude.
And then on like the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Well, not complete, but me and Brett are from Conway.
Okay,
We
so yeah,
went-
bigger, much bigger.
We went to high school together. We met my sophomore year, his senior year. We hit it off pretty quick. And
This is all very recent though, still, right?
Yeah, no,
you said
it's
you're
been
only
super
20.
recent. Yeah, I'm 20. Austin's 20.
Didn't know?
No, I knew.
Shit, dude, what
Happy
a
late
bad
birthday.
friend, bro. Damn. You don't know my birthday?
No, we're all 20. Because what's the youngest? Whit just turned 20,
Yeah.
like in April.
So you're all 20?
Well,
That's
Brett's
convenient.
22 and JT just
Oh,
turned
shit.
21.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Brett's the odd man out. He's
Brett's
the
the
only one who
old
can drink.
man.
Yeah.
He's our band dad.
Is that the vocalist?
He's our drummer.
Drummer.
Yeah. He's band dad. He drums. He takes care of us. He.
So y'all went to a Zash show and then went, yes.
Well, we got pulled on for a Zash show.
But you were already a band.
Yeah. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
kind of complicated. So. Do you want me to start from the very beginning?
Sure.
Or should we
Give me the
start?
story.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, here we go.
I mean, because how do you meet when you're all that far apart?
So, once upon a time, there were 3 nerds going to Gurdon High School together
Playing
Their
D&D and...
who were Austin White, Whit Clark, and JT Dickens.
Mm-hmm.
And they decided to pick up some instruments that had just been, sitting in the back room for
Yeah.
forever
That
and
we
just
didn't know how to play.
beat on them. Didn't know how to play them, just made noise.
Just for
And
funsies?
Yeah.
I had no like inspiration or like no rhyme. No,
what
like-
inspiration?
Like, oh, I
Any
saw this
inspiration?
music video.
Green Day. Green Day
Green
was the
Day?
inspiration,
Okay, there you go.
probably. But yeah, Austin played drums, Whit was playing guitar, and JT was just yelling into a microphone. And yeah, so
oh shit, yeah, dude.
they had an old cassette recorder, and JT, he held it in his hand
Yeah.
and just yelled into the microphone on the cassette recorder while the drums and guitar were playing in the background.
So you had to re-listen to it to see what it sounded like?
Yeah,
What
so
the fuck?
we'll get to that part. Like I said, this is a pretty long-winded, convoluted explanation, but
That's
was
one way to do it.
the birth. And it actually wasn't even Brother Tongue at first. So Austin and JT had a music project called Missionary for Money. And it started off as just like a fun little like goofy like side project, spin off from that. But then didn't it just like get too goofy and you guys were like, we can't use this for Missionary for Money? Because like they did 3 songs in one day, just like play it live, record it, whatever happens, happens, called Put Your Tongue Back in Your Mouth, Peanut Butter Jelly Love, and Why'd You Take My Sandwich, Man? And they are just as ridiculous as they sound. It's pretty awesome. So fast forward a little bit, they come back to the recording. They're better at their instruments. They take it a little bit more seriously, put it down again, fast forward again. They come back to it, record
Right.
9 more tracks, more seriously, a little bit more put together. It was kind of, the first 3 songs are really goofy, really simple. You know, like you can tell they didn't know what they were doing.
Sure. Well, you're just figuring it out.
Yeah,
and if
for
you don't
sure.
know your instruments,
And
I
that's-
mean, you're just fucking
That's the charm of it too.
goofing off.
Like, I cannot tell you how many times I listened to these tapes, like, just
That's
because I
so
was like, this
wild.
is so cool.
And this wasn't that long ago. You're listening to tapes
is
that
when-
he screamed through while it was in a live band practice.
Yeah. When would you say you
That's
started
something.
those, like, first 3
It
songs?
had to be like
2018.
2018, okay.
Yeah. And then the,
It's like, it's fucking yesterday.
yeah. So, started it in 2018 and then did 6 more tracks on top of those 3. 2019-ish?
I think it
2019, 2020, and then finished it in 2020 with another 9 tracks on the backside.
Hmm.
And then it just kind of left. It was just kind of a joke where like people that would go over to JT's house, hang out in the back room, and you'd be like, hey, do you guys want to hear this goofy little stuff we did? And it'd be like, oh, wow, that sucks. Haha, like kind of situation. And then I met JT through Brett because me and Brett ended up going to Henderson together and JT was going to. They met in, do you remember what class it was? I cannot remember. It was some media
Yeah,
class,
no.
yeah. Like JT hit Brett up for a project and they were doing like a short film thing. And so Brett ended up in the back rooms, which is what we affectionately call our like band practice, whatever, man cave hangout
Sure.
like it's just the back room of JT's house. But he showed off. Didn't he show off the tapes to Brett then? Yeah, and Brett, he's a huge nerd for that kind of thing too. So he was like, "This is so cool." And once again, it was just kind of dropped. And then come December of 2021, yeah, because I graduated in 2021. So, so December 2021, JT hits me and Brett up. He's like, because we're all good friends now, like we're hanging out, and he's like, "Hey, do you guys want to like go to the back room and just like jam?" And me and Brett had like played in bands, well, quote unquote in bands before. We had a little like metalcore project that we were like piddling with called Overlie.
Overlie, dude.
It is the opposite of Under Oath because we were both huge Under Oath fans.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I will be so surprised if any of those reach the light of day, to be honest.
Just leak them out there, man.
Dude,
just put that shit on SoundCloud.
It's not that bad. If we take off like the scratch vocals that I put on there, like I feel like the instrumentals aren't too terrible. I think we have one version on SoundCloud, actually.
There you
if
go.
you look up Overlie, there's like one recording where
Overlie,
it's literally...
That's so funny.
It's literally just me and Brett. So it's a guitar and drums, like in a room. It sounds terrible. It's awesome.
Hey, just using what you got, man. That's like the name of the game.
Brett's a whiz when it comes to this stuff too. Like we could not do the things that we do without him. Like
we have one of those.
Yeah.
We call him Justin. Yeah.
Dude, yeah, he's absolutely cracked at anything media related. That's like what he's gotten his degree in, was just like general media. kind of thing.
That stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, no, none of us understand that.
Yeah.
Shit. That shit eludes us.
It's like recording, whether it be podcast music or anything. Like he could probably get it done for you. It's pretty awesome and impressive. But back on topic. JT hits us up. He's like, "Hey, do you guys want to make more music?" And we're like, "Hell yeah, man, might as well." And we go to his back room and we crank out 3 tracks where me and Brett just come up with some music on the fly, take like 10 minutes to write something. JT screams some lyrics he's had done over it, and we're like, "All right, done, son. Call it a day." One interesting thing is we've always recorded in 3s too when it comes to the tapes. Like the first time the 3 of them got together, they did 3 songs, and the second time they did 6, and then the next time they did 9. And then whenever me, JT, and Brett went in, we did 3 songs, and then we came back later that month and did 6 more.
It's what is that? It's meant to be the universe.
Yeah. What's the angel? Austin, what's the 333 angel number? What does it mean? Good fortune.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, it was meant to be. Don't quote him on that.
So when y'all start playing shows as Brother Tongue then?
Shows, yeah. So
fucking this year?
Last year.
Last year,
about a little over a year ago. Do you know about like Zash getting started playing like cover shows in Searcy?
Yeah, they've been on here. Yeah, they talked to us about it.
So their second show they ever played, they were putting it together, and I had known Jacob Ash through Henderson, because we'd become buddies in a class of ours, and he comes up to me. He actually runs into me in the hallway. And I had shown him the Overlie demos that me and Brett had, and he was like, "Hey man, like we're trying to put together like a little like festival type deal just with like a bunch of different bands would Overlie want to play." And the thing is we didn't have like members at the time. We had our friend Sam was on the project with us. He played guitars with us, but he lives in Kentucky, so we were like, there's no way
a bit of a stretch,
there's no way we could get him down here for that. But I quickly did the math and was like, Austin and Whit were on the first tape, and then we have me, Brett, and JT. That's 5 people. That's a band. So I told Jacob, I was like, Overlie couldn't do it, but I may be able to hook something up. And he's like, okay.
So he formed a band just to play one show?
Yes, that's exactly what happened. Because, I mean, I had always wanted to be in a band. JT always says that the reason we're a band is because he can't stop over-planning my hubris and the fact that Austin and Whit had nothing going on. So I get back to the dorm room and JT's there. I was like, "Hey JT, hit Austin and Whit up. I've never met these people in my life." And I'm like, "Ask them if they want to be in a band and play a show April 9th. And he
Damn.
was like, okay.
No, that's ridiculous. I'd have been like, fucking no.
Well,
I'm in 4 bands and I'm like, maybe.
right. We were in no bands and they were like, sure.
Of course.
They're
Of
like,
course.
might as well.
God, I miss youth.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous.
That's fantastic. And then it just, I guess it worked because you're still going.
yeah.
And you're playing all the time now, it seems like. I remember the first time somebody's like, oh, you have to see Brother Tongue. I was like, what the fuck is Brother Tongue? And then I can't remember who I met. It was at the Full Moon Records. I don't know if it was either one of you. Anyway, saw y'all at Vino's, and I was like, sweet fucking
Oh, you have
Lord.
seen this.
Yes, I have.
Do you remember which Vino's show it was?
A couple months ago.
A couple months ago. Was it, do you remember who the header was?
I have
Was
no
it
idea.
Baltic to Boardwalk and Passive Flask? Was
Nope.
that the show? No clue.
It wasn't that.
Okay.
Never heard of
Second
them.
Life, maybe?
That's it. There you go. I
Yeah.
knew we'd get there.
Yeah, dude, that show was
Y'all
a
went the
blast.
fuck off, and I was like,
Thank you.
holy shit.
I appreciate that so much. That show was one of the most fun shows I've ever played because, like, I love the hardcore scene here in town.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, hey,
Oh, it's fucking popping.
it's like, let's play all our hard shit and just throw it down. Like, see
Oh,
what happens.
yeah.
I was like, we're playing with Second Life, Last Gasp,
You got to put all your
Direct
best shit.
Measure.
Yeah.
I was like, there's no way we could like go soft for this.
Mm-mm.
That was
You only put a lot of soft shit on your own stuff.
for sure.
That's how
No,
we
yeah.
have that same thing. It's like, we're playing with all these heavy bands. We have to put all of our heaviest shit. our
Let's
best
play
foot forward.
Fundamentals of Refrigeration Systems.
Yeah.
That's a real song title that we have, by the
Of
way.
course it is. with names like Brother Tongue and whatever the fuck. What was the first one you said?
Put your tongue back in your mouth.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one. We
Is
don't
that
play
where that came from? The tongue thing?
It might have had something to do with it.
I honestly couldn't tell you,
Was
but
this
I
one of, like, we're all
asked-
sitting around and we can't think of a
Well-
band name and somebody just said it out loud? It was that?
That's
I asked Wit, JT, and Brett. I was like, "Hey, is there anything that you guys like want me to specifically mention, like while we're out here?" And Wit said, "Hold on, let me think." Takes like a couple minutes, and he's like, "Say Wit came up with the band name, and JT's a fucking liar." And I was like, "All right, I can do that." So shout out Wit Clark for coining Brother Tongue.
Do y'all have anything out? Y'all don't, like, nothing, right?
No,
Y'all are like new. I feel
we've got
you're in the
we've been-
throes of just playing shows right now and
Pretty
building an
much.
audience. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a few demos that we've just been sitting on, just enough to like have the concepts like in our hands so we can like
Sure.
play with them and
Hear
we've
it back
like,
and
yeah,
kind of mess with the songs. Yeah.
we've like built like up certain songs like the song Hinky Shit as like
what the fuck? Hinky shit.
Hinky Shit, yeah.
Love it.
with an
His
H.
mom actually.
JT's mom coined that one. Yeah.
Yo, a mom came up with that?
Cuz
That's that hinky shit.
that's a
It was
yeah,
a next door neighbor's
that was
last name or
perfect.
some shit.
That's perfect. That's perfect. And it's funny because all that song's lyrics are like crimes, but what I think
Hey,
is funny,
shout out to crimes, baby.
what I think my favorite part of that song is like it ranges so widely. Like one lyric is talking about using the urinal next to someone even though the other ones are already open.
That's memeable. Yep.
And
Got it.
then another one is
So
like
it's annoying shit in
stealing
the world, too.
babies and treason.
All that's
why
in
it's
one
hinky shit.
song?
Yes.
Okay.
But I'm like
So the lyrics are as chaotic as the music.
yes,
Got
that's
it.
by far our weirdest song because it's
yep.
got like we
The-
play weird music.
Oh, you do, but it's oddly well done, and
Thank
maybe
you.
that's from just all the guesswork y'all put into it,
Dude,
where
it's
you weren't really
Gotta be.
you weren't really adhering to anything because y'all just found a bunch of shit in a
There
room
were
and
no
went,
rules.
let's do it. And you're, well, how do you do it? Well, this makes this noise, you know.
That's exactly how we write music.
That's
is
perfect.
what sounds cool here. Oh, that one works. That works, that works.
And sometimes it's like, well, this sounds hideous next to that. Let's,
Let's
do
play
that at the same
That's
time.
the hinky shit chorus, yes. Is we've got like a chuggy, like thrash metal-y riff in the verse, and then it's like a Dillinger Escape Plan chorus where it's just
Shout out.
grindy, dissonant mess. And it's like one of my favorite songs we've ever written.
Hell yeah. That's some of my all-time favorite shit is
Yeah.
that kind of stuff.
Dude, I'm so excited because, like, me too. I'm a huge CU Space Cowboy fan and just
Okay.
like metalcore fan in general. And you can hear that come out in Brother Tongue too. Like every once in a while, there's like a certain breakdown will hit, and I swear, like, Brett will just be like, "Hey, that sounds like a CU Space Cowboy riff," and I'm like, "But it sounds cool," and everyone's like, "Yeah, it
Yeah.
does."
Listen, you can't, there's songs you'll write and you'll be like, that sounds like this band. We wrote a song in my first band ever, and we wrote it over the summer, and another band, big band, comes out with a record like 6 months later.
Yeah.
It's note for note the same. And so it's like, you just think the same, when
Yeah.
you're writing in a certain vein, you're going to come across the
for
same
sure.
shit. And we had to stop playing the song because like no one would ever believe that we had it first.
Right. It's like a voice memo dated from like 2
Like
months
exactly
before the record comes
Sir,
out.
voice memos didn't exist. It would have had to have been like a recording, like what you guys were doing, like a tape
Yeah,
recorder.
a tape
but not
that's
ironically,
dated.
like just because that's all that existed.
Right. It's a tape with like handwritten date
Yes.
on there, and you're just like, I swear, I didn't put this on after
Yeah.
that came out.
Video cameras were still like this big.
Dude, I remember being a kid, and like my dad had a camcorder that he would like film Centerville drag races on.
Hell
and I
yeah,
would
dude.
always like be like, can I watch those videos? Like,
Centerville drag racing.
dude, yeah, that's what my dad grew up doing was drag racing. And here
Went to
I
a
am
few of
in the
those.
band. Really?
Hell yeah, I was
Oh, I
really
went
into
to-
cars when I was like
For sure.
from like 15 to like 18, 20. But
Right.
I found music at like
Yeah.
16, 17 and started kind of like slowly transitioning the two. And then finally like cars now I'm just like, just give me something that runs.
Mm-hmm. Right. It's like I like in another life I could have been a car guy.
Would have been. I was.
Yeah,
Had
yeah.
fucking 2 trucks that I built from the ground up. Like
That's cool.
very
still
cool, very
awesome.
fun. But music ultimately won. I sold
sure.
my project truck at the time and bought my first drum kit
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Actually.
because the band I was in broke up and I was like, fuck these motherfuckers. I'll do the drum. And
I'll play
because I played guitar first
Mhm.
and then I practice, you pick up another instrument,
Right,
you start
right.
playing. Oh, it's like, this is fun. Like, I want to be the drummer now. And bought my first drum kit, immediately broke my hand.
Oh,
Dude. And that was luckily, I was
Oh,
like y'all's
no.
age, just lived at home. So I had like all this money because I didn't have
Yeah.
to spend it on shit. So I was able to buy like really nice stuff and I get it
Right.
all. And I've got this fucking cast on my hand. So I shoved the stick down in my cast hole and was just going, man, like, fuck it.
That's awesome. Dude, I love like it's so funny because I see like 2 veins where it's like people that get all their good gear when they were a kid and they didn't have anything else to like spend money on. But then the people that grow up to get like real people jobs and then buy
And
the
then they
gear
get the
that
good
they
gear.
couldn't as a kid.
I did both.
Mhm.
So got lucky, was able to get gear that I liked when I was young, then had to grow up, then was just fucking piss broke for a long time.
That's
Then-
where we are right now.
then
It's
st-
piss broke.
And it comes with the territory.
Yeah, no,
and
for sure.
then finally, as an adult, once I started realizing like I actually do care about the gear I have,
Mm-hmm.
because once it got a little crazy, I mean, we would break stuff. So I would buy cheap gear just there was no guarantee it was going to make it out of any given night.
Right.
But then I was like, shit, man, I actually do really like this. So then I started, you have adult money and you don't have anyone telling you can't do something. So now I can buy adult shit.
Right.
And I'm glad I did.
Dude, that's what I'm waiting on. I've been in between jobs for like the past month, so I am truly piss broke.
Yeah.
I just started Cracker Barrel. So
Shout out, dude.
yeah, shout out Cracker Barrel. They hired me. Hell yeah.
Chicken tenders, baby.
They're pretty
The
good.
the grilled ones are phenomenal.
Dude, I see them every time and I'm like, I've got to try those.
It's so good. They got
gotta
them in
try
this
'em.
like honey sauce fucking shit. Oh my god.
Dude, yeah.
My wife's best friend used to work there, and we would go
Really?
there. Oh yeah, he would hook
That's
us up so
awesome.
good.
Dude, that was the funny thing is I'm there for orientation and like we get through orientation and the dude that's like going through it with me is like, hey, like had orientation with one other person and he's like, hey, like we can like go over like your training schedule, like you guys can order something to eat, that's cool. And I'm sitting there and looking at the menu and I'm like, I don't think I've been to a Cracker Barrel in like years. And I just got hired and I've got to learn this menu inside and out.
Well, it's mostly fried food, and
Mm.
it's just Southern cooking.
No, it helps too, because like all kinds of places have like the iPads now that you can.
Oh
like,
yeah, you
find
just
stuff.
tap the
So,
fucking
yeah.
thing. Are you serving or cooking?
I'm serving.
Oh
so,
shit. Got to be friendly.
Yeah, which I feel like I'm pretty decent.
You're
at
pretty
that,
friendly,
so
yeah.
Thank you.
Hey, how you
Appreciate
doing,
it.
guys? But you know they kind of shit on you with them aprons though. They put the star on there. You're like beginner, and then you got the guy walking around with the 5-star.
I've got a apron that just like is Cracker Barrel branded, and
Uh-huh.
then I have a name tag that says Rising Star and my name on it. It's pretty awesome. I almost wore it to the gig last night.
You fucking
I
totally
was
should have,
this
dude.
close to.
Our bassist used to work at fucking Harvest Foods. I don't know if you remember Harvest Foods, but it was a grocery store, and he would all the time. He had to work the night shift, so he would show up in full Harvest
Yeah.
Foods regalia.
Dude, me and Wit and our friend Ashton, shout out Ashton Anderson, by the way. She's basically the 6th member of Brother Tongue. We all went
All
to see,
hail the invisible members of bands.
for sure.
You know,
sure.
they do so much.
Dude, she's let us party at her house on 3 occasions now for house shows, and it's the most fun. House
We were
shows are
just
the
talking
coolest.
about house shows are fucking wild, man. There's something different about it. 30 people in a venue, not so great.
Yeah, no.
30
but
people in a
the
living room?
house,
Let's
It's crazy.
party.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, in a kitchen. There you go.
No, yeah. We set up in the kitchen, and then there's a living room. There, you can see from the kitchen to the front door in that house, and it's
Oh, like a hallway.
25, not even. It's like a big open space, like probably about as wide as this
Oh, okay.
room,
Like a
and it
modern house.
stretches
Yeah.
like 20, 25 feet.
I
Maybe
think they call that a shotgun house. Yeah, where it's
Well,
just real long.
when I
Yeah.
walked in, whenever me and Ashton like first started to like become friends again, because we've known each other since like junior high, but we just started talking whenever I got back into town after I was going to Henderson, and I walked into her house and I was like, because she had already said like my house would be perfect for a house show, and I'd be like, all right, cool, like
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
check it
yeah.
out, we'll check it out. I walked in and I was like,
You weren't lying.
it's like, hey, I want to play a show here,
Uh-huh.
like
Like tomorrow,
yeah.
calling the guys will get it set up. Yeah.
Dude, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened. Is I'm calling the guys and I'm getting this set up. And that was our 3rd show, and was that house show, and it was so much fun.
Oh, house shows go off.
It was so much
Yeah.
fun.
The energy transference, man. You're like, was just literally just talking about it. I mean, they're this close to you.
Oh,
It's unbelievable.
it's been too long.
The
We haven't
madness.
played a house show there since like March 4th for his birthday, actually. And I'm like keep getting like ideas in my head where like this
Uh-huh.
lineup would go crazy in a house.
Oh, yeah.
This lineup would go crazy in a house.
Welcome
like,
to the rest of your life.
Yeah, for real.
That
for real.
doesn't stop. If you keep doing music, that's something
No.
you'll be dreaming about it. Like, oh man, that would be perfect.
It's
You wake up.
already getting worse for me, because I just now, me and Evan Rout from Salon Blonde are
Okay.
starting a heavier
Sweet
core
Lord.
project,
Fuck yeah.
like side project kind of thing. So it's already getting worse.
Uh-huh.
I'm already like, because for the longest time, whenever I would like, there would be talks of like, oh, like doing another band, doing a different style. I was like, no, like I want to focus on Brother Tongue right now. Like I want to
Right.
make sure I'm like putting all my efforts here. But then just like it kind of happened at the same time as I realized like we didn't really have many shows coming up, and like we're all kind of pretty busy doing our own things, going through our own phases of
There's
life
a
right
hunger.
now.
You start the side project to
Yeah.
feed the beast,
Yeah, and I'm just like,
and then they all become
Hey,
main
Evan.
projects, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh fucking
no,
hell.
Evan texted me. He was like, dude, I've been to way too many heavy shows. I need to front a hardcore band. Do you like, were you being serious when you were talking? And I was like, I was being dead serious, dude.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
That's how it works.
And then we sat down and we wrote some music, and it's pretty killer, and I can't wait to share it.
There you go. Sick. Yeah, I'm in 4 bands, since I get it.
Yeah. No, yeah, I remember that actually, because after I saw Lame Johnny on that mixed genre bill with Any Given Room over at Full Moon, that was the first time I saw you guys, and Lame Johnny blew my mind.
Thank you.
And I walked outside and caught your drummer, and I was like, I want to play a show with you guys. And he said, which one? I said,
Yeah,
Lame
'cause-
Johnny. He said, oh.
Yeah, because Lame Johnny and Shinfo and Mayans to War, that's all the same people, just different. We switch.
Yeah.
Like Mayans to War, I drum. Then Justin switches to drums for.
It's so cool, though, because like they all have such different feels.
Oh, well, that's why we did it.
Yeah.
Like Mayans to War is like the super serious, blah blah. Put a we'll
Yeah.
spend $6,000 on a record. Shinfo's like, we might not ever have a recording ever, which we're
Dude.
working on one actually,
Really?
so it'll be out. But we're just
Sweet.
doing it so people have something to, so you can have
Right.
more interaction. Because I feel like we play, but it's hard for something to stick for someone because all
sure,
they can
for
ever
sure.
get is the live version.
That's kind of how we are with our music
And
right now.
that's-
It's just like we want to put something.
That's good in the
out.
beginning.
Mm-hmm.
We've been around forever, and we just started it because we wanted to write. There's no more like party bands. There was like a real lack
Yeah.
of just unplug your brain. You don't even have to think. Fuck the lyrics. None of it makes sense anyway. It was like,
That's kind of how we are.
it's like exactly, yeah. So it's all nonsensical. None of it means anything.
None of it means anything.
Yeah, we're the. I can't remember that game show, but we used to say we're the this of music. Whose line is it anyway?
Oh,
we're the
yes.
Hughes line of it
Yes.
anyway of music.
That show is awesome.
And then Lame Johnny was basically I've been in that band for a long time.
Yeah.
I started that as an acoustic project like right out of high school. It's like
That's
20
cool.
fucking 21 years ago. And I had a MySpace and I would just sit at my desk with a guitar and
Mm-hmm.
like my computer with the microphone on and I would just sing into it and then just post it to MySpace.
That's awesome.
And I mean, if
That's
MySpace
what we
was
need to
around,
start
it's
doing.
probably still there, but it was just acoustic stuff for me to just like get it out. And I was
Right.
learning how to play and sing at the same time, so it's all fucking atrocious.
That is so awesome.
But
that's
we didn't.
that's the coolest thing though, just like about music, I feel like, especially now, is that anyone can make music.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you've got the time to put into it, it does not matter. Like you can sit down, voice memo,
Your phone.
GarageBand,
Literally
anything like
every
that.
phone.
Yeah, and it's so crazy. And it's
There's
like,
a billion free apps on every device, Samsungs or Androids, Apples, anything. You can download any kind of like
Yeah.
beat processor and just start making music.
dude,
I have a
it's,
friend's son. He's 11, and that's how he makes his tunes. Is on
that's
his
crazy.
phone, and it's what's fucking crazy. If y'all remind me after this, I'll show you something. He's 11, and it's like, this is already good shit. What the fuck?
That's sick. Dude, yeah, I think I first started, I still remember like the first riff that I ever wrote that I was like, this is sick. Like if
Oh,
I had a
dude.
guitar in my hands, I could play
Being
it.
proud of your own stuff later in life, when you look back, you're like, I can't fucking believe.
Dude, yeah.
I have an EP from my very first band that we made, and I remember being in the studio recording it because we went to a real studio. And back then, that was like, oh my! There was nothing in the laptop.
Uh-huh.
You had to go to a place, or if you were had crazy money, your uncle knew how to do it.
Yeah, right.
And, dude, I remember we were fucking recording. I remember crying. Like, this is so cool, man. I
Dude.
can't believe we finally get to put it in. But we're making this whole record. And dude, if you play that shit in front of me now, I will pass out from embarrassment.
You unlocked a memory for me. So whenever I was talking about like the second time that me, Brett, and JT went in to finish out our tape, the last song on our tape, on our hard quote unquote album that we did, is like an 8-minute track where one of the parts is this really epic sounding chord progression that just builds and builds and builds. And JT is singing lyrics that go on like that are through on all the other songs. And I remember listening back to the whole thing, getting to that part, and me, Brett, and JT are all standing up going,
Oh, yeah.
This is
Oh,
so cool.
In the moment is so different.
Dude, yeah, for sure. And it's like being played on a tape deck, like with these like actual studio grade speakers that JT has set up. So it was just
Love
even
it.
better, like filling the whole room.
That's phenomenal. That's the shit that lasts forever. Those are the
Yeah.
moments. That's the stuff.
No, for sure.
Like,
that's the reason. It's just having fun with your friends. And it's like, that's kind of what, I remember last night we got to Full Moon and I realized I was like, cause it was the same night as Open Casket and Kill Order's EP releases.
yes. And
So
that shit was crazy.
I wish I could have been there.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like I said, I love Open Casket. They're crazy.
They crushed it.
They're so crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember I told Whit that, and he was like, "Dude, no one's gonna be here." But I was like, I don't think it matters. And he
It
was
doesn't
like,
matter.
no, because like, I was like, at the end of the day, I was like, it gives us a reason for
That's
all
right.
5 of us to get together,
That's
jam
right.
out a little bit, and we still got a good amount of people to turn up.
You
actually.
play the same in front of one as you would 1,000.
Dude,
like,
yeah. Well, and it was
you
funny
have
because-
to. Plus, it's just you know, think of it as it's just you're just tightening up,
Yeah.
learning.
Oh, for sure.
Y'all know now playing in a room is not the same as playing in an open room
No.
on a stage. The ability to be like, oh, my monitor isn't working, or we don't even have monitors. I have to
Yeah.
hear across the stage and pick out the things that
Yeah.
you're trying to time out. Ooh.
That reminds me of 2 things. The number one was Brett before our first show being like, because we would always practice in a circle
Mm-hmm.
because we were in a room
Yep.
just staring at each other. And he goes, do you guys want to face the wall and act like we're actually playing to an audience? And I'm literally like standing here and my knees were in a couch. And I just had to deal with it.
Uh-huh.
And the other part of that was
It's good to practice that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, it definitely helped because like the only times I've ever played with Brett was staring right at him. The reason I stand on the left side of the stage every time is because I've always had Brett to play off of.
That's right.
Um,
That's why Lame Johnny plays
Yeah.
up front and close, because that's how
Dude.
we started writing.
it's one of the coolest things about Lame Johnny. It's just that you guys are all 3 lined up right
Just
there.
right in the front. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, it's 3-piece. I didn't want like the traditional like drums in the back, because me and Justin, when we were writing these songs, that little ego riser we have, like I
Yeah.
would basically just prop my foot up on that, and me and him would just
Yeah.
stare at each other. Because me and him have fucking telepathy at this point. And we would
That's
just write,
awesome.
and we would just look at each other, and I would come with a chord, and he'd be like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, okay, what's this? And he'd tell me, blah, blah.
Dude,
And
that's
so-
about how me and Brett
Yeah.
are whenever we get together to write and just like jam. It just flows. I feel like we've all gotten to that point though, as like Brother Tongue, as
Oh,
we've
yeah.
just
That's just
played so
time.
much. Yeah, like we just have gotten that chemistry down, and it's so cool whenever you reach that point with any project. Really,
Oh, it's the best. After that, it's free flow.
that's
It's
where you
just-
start making beautiful music.
It's literally a
for sure.
flow of consciousness just coming out of your body.
Yeah. It's so like that's why Whit was actually saying last night whenever we got back to my house after the gig, he was like we have to start writing more music.
Mhm.
It was like cuz we've been playing the same songs for a year now, pretty much. Like
Hey, it's
I guess August. would
it's
probably
music,
make it.
baby. You've
Oh
been
no.
playing a song for a long time.
There's some for sure.
You know, because people get married to like their favorite song. Dude, we just dropped.
Could you imagine someone getting married to Brother Tongue music?
We get well, no, like they get married to like the idea of like, oh, this is when I heard them, so like that's what they know you as.
right.
It's like
right,
Minus the
right,
War,
okay.
we've been 3 different bands stylistically, and people want to hear the old shit. It's like we just this year stopped playing anything from the EP backwards.
Right.
Just and still, you know, if there's like a do a one more song, it's like the only song we have is an old song, so we
Uh-huh.
just bust out something old.
Yeah, we've kind of gotten to the point where we're like phasing out some of our goofier tracks,
yeah.
kind of like the real primitive,
Uh-huh.
like verse, chorus, bridge, end kind
Right.
of stuff that we started out with. Like we had this one song that we played at like every gig up to a point called Marlboro Racing Mug. And the whole song
Got a knack for naming shit.
the whole song is a riff that goes bump, ba-dum, bump, ba-dum, ba-dum. And it just loops that, and it is JT rambling about a Marlboro Racing Mug in his back room.
Okay.
And it is our most popular song.
It's always the shit you hate, man.
It is the most popular song.
You were so pissed.
It's
The-
always the shit you hate.
The best part of playing that song live, though, is the end. Well, not the end, but there's comedic timing to the song where it's like the riff pauses, JT says a one-liner, and then there's like a little bit of a pause, and then it goes back into it. We played that song at our first house show, and one of the lines is JT goes, "And now I've got nicotine addiction." The most cheers I've ever heard at
Yeah,
a
oh,
Brother
yeah.
Tongue show are, "And now I've got nicotine addiction." Yeah!
Yeah, that's 'cause everybody in that house also has nicotine addiction. Yeah,
Yes.
everyone immediately just
1000%.
starts smoking.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened
Thanks
the
for
first time we
reminding
played it. Was just clouds went up into the air.
Uh-huh. Is it hard to breathe for anyone else? It's just us? Okay.
It's like, I didn't know we invested in a smoke machine for this show.
Fuck smoke machine. God.
Really?
I hate them so much.
We've never
They
used
dry out
one.
my throat.
Oh, I can imagine.
Well, I used to sing and drum a bunch.
Oh, yeah?
So that would be like hell on earth. To be drumming and then having to belt out all these vocals and then you have all this weird mist in your lungs and you're trying to sing. Not the best. But now I don't really sing and drum anymore. There's like one song.
Oh, yeah.
And now Todd will just put his microphone in front of my face.
That's awesome.
Like I don't need my own mic anymore.
You remember when Brett would sing and drum sometimes at like the first 2 gigs?
Oh,
He's
yeah. You would.
He's a huge Aaron Gillespie fan.
Yeah,
So,
same.
that was a big part of it.
Well, and singing and drumming too, it's just like it gives you something else to do.
Oh, for sure.
I liked it. I've always, every instrument I've ever picked up for some reason, I always wanted to sing on top of the instrument. So guitar and sing.
I get
like
that,
Johnny.
because that was one of the things that I really wanted to like do with Brother Tongue, and I told JT is I was like, I would love to get some good backing vocal slots, which is funny because like as we've played more shows, I've enjoyed just being energetic and like focusing on actually playing well more so than singing. So I don't really do it as much as I used to, and JT just kind of like fronts it and does his thing. Yeah, Austin's picking up the slack for me though, because he just started getting a vocal mic at more of our shows.
Yeah.
So how many backup vocals do you have? 3? 2? Just the one?
Just 2 right now. JT.
So the main guy and then you?
Well, 2 were the 2 backing. Usually,
okay.
and then JT's lead. I still do. It's kind of usually just like gang vocals on the chorus. is kinda what I'm doing. There's not much. There's like 2 songs where I will actually like do sing.
Unless
like,
you're doing the
singing and
sing-song stuff.
harmonies,
Yeah.
Because which I mean is the stuff that like we wouldn't play at Vino's just because it's not as hard. So
I mean, you can play soft stuff, it
just depends on the bill a lot
It's-
of the time.
There's an ebb and flow to it. You can design a set. You have to craft the sets. Dude, the set list is as important
That's
as the
one
fucking...
of my favorite things to do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Me too. Dude, well, every fucking time we have a show for a month in advance, we'll be like, all right, so what are we doing? That way all we practice is that lineup, so it's as solid as humanly possible.
The only thing that's like been starting to get, I don't really have a good word for it. I don't want to say grating because that sounds really aggressive, but like just kind of old is just trying to keep it fresh.
With having all those same songs.
And like, because we really don't like having more than one guitar swap either, just because, it gets busy. There's like silence going on. So a lot of the times we will just fire through the first half of our set, guitar swap, and then play the rest of the songs.
Yep.
So that's been like the only issue is just like trying to keep
Samples.
a certain variety.
Samples are great.
Dude.
That's how
we've
we
got
mitigated
JT's
a lot of our
404.
time.
We need to do more stuff with that. 'cause
Jam
that
Man.
intro was so cool.
The Jam Man.
Jam Man?
It's a Digitech pedal.
I bet JT would know what you're talking about.
Dude, they don't make it anymore. They haven't made it for a really long time. That's what we use. And you can do it with your foot. Any band member, like mine is built into my pedal board.
That's cool.
And it's got an up and down button. It'll hold 200 samples. And there's a start and stop. And when you hit start, you can make it loop or you can make it just stop itself. And it will just stop itself and you can just move on with your playing.
We should invest.
It's like you can get them on eBay all day long. They're like $250, dude. Best $250 I've ever spent,
dude.
You just get all 5 of y'all to chip in on it.
We would go so
$20.
crazy if we had samples in our music, though. Like
You'll be like end up like Kill Whitney Dead, where like every 7 seconds. Is a new-
there's a sample playing.
Wait, so if we play this song, that means this sample needs to be 18th in the lineup, and who's going to trigger that one? Because I'm going to be over here.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's the part where JT goes into the crowd, so he can't click the sample.
Y'all don't do anything. Are y'all doing anything digital? I can't remember. Y'all don't have any like a computer on stage or nothing.
Nope.
It's just music, right?
We're full analog, which
Analog,
is
baby.
pretty cool.
Is that old to y'all? Is that like an old school thing?
I mean, not really. Just that's the way we've just always played music.
Yeah, same.
I mean, like even from me and Brett jamming in high school, it was just drums and guitar in the room. We didn't have a bass track. I didn't even have like an octave pedal to get any low end. It was just us playing. And it was so funny because I even told him then, like before I had ever played like a real show, I was like, I'd play a show just me and you jamming, just because I'm having that much fun.
Sure.
But yeah.
That's pretty much Lame Johnny. We added
Yeah.
a bassist because we didn't know how to have bass, and Cody's been in all of our gigs, so it was like that just was a no-brainer.
Well.
Yeah, it was just a no-brainer.
Mm.
Need the low end, and then pooped it out.
Just fits.
Well, it's weird now. I was talking to him. I was like, I think I mentioned it at that show. It's like, isn't that weird that we just had a mosh pit to a song about the Great Depression? You know, and like half of our songs. So the band name comes from a real person. He was a real
I meant
thief.
to ask who is Johnny.
So, yeah, Limping John, Lame Johnny. His real name was like Cornelius, I think. Long time ago, 1800s, horse thief. You can look up the story. Pretty cool, actually. Pretty cool story. My great grandmother, when she moved here from Germany in the early 1900s, landed in South Dakota, the Black Hills, which is where he was from, and went to the school by his name. When she died, found that out. I was like, that'd be a badass band name.
Yeah.
And so I modeled the band after this person, but I created the life he had. So the first EP we ever wrote was actually a 12-track epilogue that we created. Like, we wrote in a love interest and a kid.
That's cool.
And we had this whole thing, and there was like 6 members originally, and it was like a rock and roll. It was kind of like more like Foo Fighters meets the Almost kind of vibe. You know? And so we were doing this whole thing. We had horns and shit, and
that's awesome.
Crazy. We were going crazy. I was losing my mind. I was like, I'm in a real rock and roll band.
It's rock and roll.
And we wrote this whole story, and we even had the second EP was going to be, because he dies at the end, and the second one was going to be the son he didn't know he had from the love interest in the middle of the act, and that was going to put us in the 1930s, which he would have been a mobster, and we were going to write a whole mobster thing, and
Dude,
it was this whole fucking thing, man. And
That's
then a bunch of people left. And we got real angry, and we started writing songs about just normal shit. You know, middle finger here, middle finger there. And so now half the songs are old world horse wrestling.
That's
like a story, and like modern day shit.
That literally sounds like Brother Tongue
Yeah,
lyrics. Like, that is how JT writes music.
Except y'all's is on purpose. Ours just
ours is on purpose.
Coincidental.
There's a loose story, yeah. We could bust out the Google Doc that JT's got.
Oh, sweet Lord.
Oh my God.
I think I've read through it. Have you read through the Google Doc?
Have, yeah.
I know I've read.
Was it just like a thematic keeping everything in
pretty
check?
much? It's just like the storyline in a Google Doc, which is funny because I mean, like, he does most of the lyrics, so I feel like it is mainly him. But the one song that we have all like worked together on the lyrics are Succubus, and immediately after we were like, this is how we need to write all our lyrics. I feel like Brother Tongue is very collaborative in our songwriting.
The more investment too. The more investment
He's
you
pulling
have.
up the doc. Show it to the camera.
Holy shit. What the fuck? Are you seeing that? What the fuck?
Yeah.
12 pages?
Yeah,
I haven't read that whole
That's
thing.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. That's their
Lore.
thematic like over thing for their lyrics for their songs. Wow.
It's nuts. It's
Somebody's
nuts.
hobby.
Well, this is his
This
hobby.
is the hobby. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is the hobby.
You will hopefully be getting to hear his voice too, because Austin and JT are actually going on Colored Door later next week
Dope.
to chat about it. So I'm sure you'll hear about Lore then.
Nice. Dude, that's fucking wild.
It's crazy.
I never wrote anything down. It was all I keep everything in my head.
Right. Dude, I try to be like that Wit's like that with like whenever he writes like guitar parts or bass riffs, especially whenever like we're jamming together, I'm always like, do you want to record that? He's like, I remember it. I'm like,
I don't trust myself with riffs
Me
anymore.
neither.
No,
Me
like
neither, man.
ideas for songs I can have all day long and keep stored, but dude, when I start playing something on my guitar, I'm like, I really like that. And I'm like, Justin, get your phone out because for damn sure next week this won't be a thing. And it's true.
1000% how I am.
I forget all the time. I've written so many cool songs that no one will ever hear.
For sure.
And I only heard them once, and it was in the moment.
Dude, those are the coolest times. Those are the coolest things. That's what happens when you just like jam and like
That's
feel
when
it
the
out
best
with
shit.
people.
That's the best shit happens when it's just Free form is the best.
That's like just, hey, we're all in the room, run the tape, see what happens.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, when you're all involved in something, it's like Lame Johnny's very inclusive. We all write in the same room together. Like,
Nice.
we'll be taking it beat for beat and be like, okay, I have this. What this word, blah blah. You just feel more invested.
Yeah.
You're more attached, and when everyone's attached, when everyone can feel it, especially the message.
Yeah.
Shit.
And I think that's kind of like why we're kind of roadblocked with writing right now, is just because we're all very spread out. Like, they're all in different places in Southwest Arkansas. I'm still up in
It
Conway.
happens.
And for a few of the songs on like Brother Tongue 2, like, we're just like kind of me like jamming out a song idea, and I'd be like, hey Brett, you want to jam on this? He's like, yep. And then we put it together, and it's like, cool song. And then we bring it to everybody, and everybody like adds their little bells and whistles. Like, we don't really write anyone's parts for each other, but like, I think the reason why we kind of like hit a snag writing is because we want to do more everyone's in the room, starting from square one, building it up.
Which you can, now it's like, now that we live in the future, you can be like, hey, I started this riff, and here's a Zoom or whatever the fuck, here's a FaceTime. We can all just be on Discord. There you go. That's the place where all the kids are going.
That's usually where we're chilling.
In my day, you had to guess when practice was.
You had to guess when practice. Like, didn't we say, like, I'll show up.
Swear to
maybe the
God,
rest
we
will be
said
there.
Tuesday, man. I was here, no one was here. It was like, we said Thursday, totally.
Like, oh, okay, sure.
That still happens. 'Cause
right.
We don't communicate.
It's like
good.
texting me, like, all right, guys, I'm on my way. It's like, where?
Where? Yeah. Well, I'm not going to be there, so have
it's
fun.
like, have fun.
Uh-huh.
That's literally. Dude, yeah, I wish we don't even get like regular practice schedules though. Yeah.
Oh, that's a bummer.
We are lucky to get like the night before for practice.
Oof, damn.
Just because our schedule, like,
It's
Whit
just
works,
that crazy
Brett
going
works, I work, JT's got college,
Right.
Austin's in Cabot a lot of the times.
Good old Cabot.
Yeah. So, I mean.
Last night our practice was sound check.
Yeah, last night our practice was sound check. We had a couple covers we were playing. We were like, all right,
What
let's
covers?
rock them. We've been playing Head in the Ceiling Fan recently.
What the fuck is that?
By Title Fight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Hey, all right. Fuck, dude. Some things I don't know, okay? Shit, take it easy on me.
That song rips though. It is like, it's an emo song. But it gets like really groovy and heavy, like whenever it gets loud, and it's got like one of my favorite guitar riffs ever. So I texted the group chat one day. I was like, hey, because we were going to Fayetteville and we were playing in a bar. So I was like, this will be
Which one?
Smoking Barrel. Yeah,
Hell yeah, I want to play there so bad.
it's
I
pretty
want to
cool.
play Shinfo there so bad. We went there when we played Maestra War at
Really?
Nomads. We stopped in because I was like, let's stop in and get
Yeah.
fucking beer and like, let's check this joint out. It's cool.
They were cool.
It's vibe.
The only thing was we couldn't mosh.
Right, yeah. No, that's a
But it was still
liability, man.
fun.
I get
it was
why
still
they-
fun though. But so we pretty much added that cover just because we were playing in a bar. We were like,
Okay.
we'll add a cover. It's a bit vibier, slower. So like,
Do y'all
you
only
know.
cover title fight stuff or?
We did that Title Fight song, decided we really liked it, kept it in the set for the past few sets, and then the past two sets, once again, I texted the group chat because we've gotten bored of playing the same songs. is
Yeah,
pretty much
I
why
get it. I get it
happened.
completely. Yeah.
So I was like, hey, y'all want to cover Holiday by Turnstile?
Oh,
We
okay.
were like, yeah. So we are also playing Holiday by Turnstile the past couple gigs, and it's been a lot of fun. Those songs are hard to play on guitar because it is just power chords played really fast.
There you go. You get that finger fatigue. Yeah.
Dude, I think I'm
Shit
getting,
starts doing a fucking weird. You're like, no. Or worst is this hand. When this hand starts to cramp up,
Yeah.
and you start to drop the pick. Dude, I will like drop the pick and just have to be,
Yep.
finger strumming the guitar. God,
I think I'm getting carpal tunnel in
drink
my
more
left
water.
arm.
Just dehydrated.
I'm trying. I have a brace that I usually like wear in my free time, but I don't know where it is right now. Whoops. And also, since I'm a server at Cracker Barrel, I'm holding my arm like this a lot, so I can't wear it. Is my shredding
Not your
arm.
shredding arm, dude. Bro.
How many guitar solos does Brother Tongue have?
How many do you have?
He said he'd be good by Friday,
I
man.
have 2. I count the Vespa intro as a solo.
Oh, sure.
I do. You're the only one playing.
Exactly.
That's what solo
I mean,
means.
technically, a solo means that's the one person playing.
Yeah.
We equate it to wheedly
Yeah.
wheedlies, but that's
Dude,
only
I
because
can't
the
shred.
80s.
I can't shred, man.
Yeah.
I can
Well,
play fast sometimes.
60s, 70s, and 80s, really. But
Although, whenever guitar music started to be a thing.
when the drummers took a back seat, 'cause, drum solos were huge. Like the 40s and shit. What? When it was all just music.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot of vocals.
I remember me and Brett were at a music festival one time, and we were singing Hailstorm, and there was a drum solo going on. And I remember after the show, he was talking to my uncle. He was like, even as a drummer, like, I get sick of drum solos. He was like, there's only so much you can do kind of with it.
Yeah, I mean, it
think-
really depends on who. It takes
Yeah,
a special
for sure.
drummer.
For sure.
But if y'all, how do you like if you learn covers? How do you do it? Because we had to fucking, our shit was a nightmare. We did E-Tit and it was like, oh my god, listening and listening and listening and listening to the same songs over and over and over.
That's
and over.
about what it is we just kind of try to choose songs that we're all fairly familiar with or that are fairly easy, and then we learn the parts individually, come together to play them.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
we just run the song all together a couple times until it sounds pretty tight, and then we're like, all right, let's rock it. We got
Okay.
it. And that's why we just, like, have been playing Him the Ceiling Fan and Holidays, because we've got them down, so we're like, might as well keep playing them.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's been fun. It's been, like I said, just fun variety.
It is.
Um,
I used to be adamantly against,
Me
like
too.
so adamantly against it. I was
Me
like,
too.
no, period, for years and years and years.
Me too.
Yeah, and now look at me. Now, like every band I'm in, we cover a song from something.
Yeah, right.
It's fun. I was wrong.
No,
Hey,
yeah, it's a good
hey,
time.
I know when to admit I was wrong, and I was wrong. Covers are fun as shit.
That's how I was too, because I was like, I catalog like all of our sets on like Setlist FM just so I can look back and see like what did we play here.
I never really equated it to like the everyone can be involved too aspect.
Mhm.
I just thought about it more of myself. Like I don't want to play something.
Right.
I feel like it's theft over.
Mhm.
But then I'm like, oh, well, most times people, especially because we don't have shit out there in the world,
That's our
they
thing.
can. Oh, we all know this. Oh,
Yeah.
we can all have fun together.
That's
yeah.
our thing is like we like playing our stuff, and we like it's weird because people that go to enough shows, start to pick up the
yeah.
chant parts, the choruses, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But we were like, nobody knows our songs,
Yeah, right.
So we were like, let's play a couple. They're still, well, Turnstile is pretty huge, but like Title
Fucking
Fight, like,
at the pinnacle
Yeah.
of fucking huge. They're
but like
fucking
we're
massive.
like, we'll choose some stuff that fits our vein that maybe like isn't like screaming, like we're not covering like Welcome to the Jungle or like Beatles songs or anything, but just like we'll keep it in our. That's not what I mean. Just like,
Yeah.
music that's kind of similar to what we like.
No, I got you. Yes.
Are we hair
You don't
metal
want
off,
to.
be
You don't want to
honest?
detract too
We're
much.
a little bit of hair metal, actually. We're butt rock, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to detract
butt
too
rock.
much unless you add your own. Like, if you're gonna do Beatles, you can't just go do the Beatles. You have to add
That's why
Brother Tongue's version of the Beatles. You can't just. That's a different kind
Mm.
of cover. There's a tribute,
for sure,
which is more like what a cover show is. That's a tribute
Yeah.
show. But you have to say cover because people don't think tribute. They
Right,
think
right.
you know.
That's like
But-
I remember. So I feel like Brett is kind of what gives us the Brother Tongue feel whenever we do covers. Because I don't know about you, but like
Oh,
I
he
just
adds
learned
his-
the tab. You know,
Well,
I just learned the tab. I play the
the
guitar
vocalist
part.
is what's going to add the
JT
flair.
too, yeah, no, because he screams. The only time he screams in our set, not on our songs, but he adds screams to that Title Fight cover,
Right.
and it sounds awesome.
Yeah.
If y'all had to cover a band, what would it be?
Oh, dude, we were actually talking about that.
I
Where
already know.
What?
Who?
He's legend.
He wants to do
Legend.
He is Legend. That would be
Ooh.
cool. We've also talked about doing Title Fight, because like we did Head in the Ceiling Fan.
Right. It
where,
already
like,
works.
Yeah.
Proof of concept kind of thing.
We had talked about Turnstile, but that's been done before, so
Yep.
we're like,
Tiny Towns
yeah,
crushed
dude.
it.
I've seen footage from that.
I've
show.
never seen that band, but I have seen that band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
when Tiny Towns covered them, I was like, "This is just as good.
Yeah.
it has to be just as good. This
For
is
sure.
fucking insane."
There's no way they could top him.
yeah,
But yeah, I know Title Fight. He wants to do He Is Legend. He Is Legend would go super hard.
love
Actually,
He Is Legend.
he loves He Is Legend. I've only heard one album, but I really do love that album.
it goes hard.
They're good.
It goes hard.
He's
I'm gonna see them.
he's going to see them in St. Louis.
a couple days from now.
Yeah,
No shit.
Yeah. Them in Greyhaven.
them in Greyhaven.
Oh shit.
St. Louis, and
That's a hell of a fucking show,
Greyhaven's
man.
sick.
I'm so excited.
I
Where you
almost
seen him
wore
at the
my
Palladium?
Sure.
Here, do you want this?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not sure where I'm seeing them at, but me and
You're not sure.
I don't know. I've just been so excited to see Greyhaven again because I mean, me and Chris saw Greyhaven in Dallas at
Jean.
yeah.
Normal
We
jeans.
Normal
saw them
Gene.
at Trees.
We saw them at Trees, and
Trees.
they were
Shout out Trees.
fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean, that was my favorite concert I've ever been to. And I mean, I've been to like, I've seen Green Day like 2 or 3 times. I've seen like the Weezers and
Okay, fancy.
all of those guys. But I mean, just like smaller venue,
Yeah.
not like stadium seats.
Yeah, not
or
a
anything.
stadium band.
Yeah, I mean, because it's like there's a certain like, you know, a feel about a stadium show that's just like, oh, it's fancy. I'm so glad I'm here. It's so
yeah, it's the
interest-
production
Yeah,
value. it's just over the
it's, like,
top. It's
huge, you know?
unbelievable.
And it's like, holy shit, like all the work that goes into that, like behind the scenes.
When
That's
you're
super
experiencing it with like, oh, dude, I don't know if you'll ever get the chance, but you should. I think everybody in a band should have one guy that goes and works production for even just a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit, so you can see what behind the world is like.
No, yeah. Like I've
'cause
had conversations with our drummer about
it's
that sort of thing. Like,
fucking crazy.
yeah, like the amount of hands on deck that it takes to
It's-
put something like that together.
It's
is-
monumental, and watching it go up is impressive. Watching it come down is like watching magic.
Yeah.
It's like magicians. They're just guys hanging from fucking ceilings.
Right.
They just 7 semis take all day to set up. It's an hour, baby, and it's
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
back in the fucking thing, and they're out of here. It's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen countless just like time lapses of people like tearing up stadiums, tearing them down, just for like not even concerts, but like it'll
They
be, like,
should
basketball,
like the
hockey.
floor should have to go, but if you want to stay seated and watch a concert come down, it'd be like paying extra $10. It's phenomenal to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
It's phenomenal.
Just hang out until 4 in the morning.
Legitimate,
But
and
I
I
mean,
would.
I love stadium shows. They're so fun, but there's something different about just being in a smaller venue.
Oh yeah,
You know, yeah.
yes it is.
Just like it's
Yep.
so much more raw. There's so much more of a connection with the
Yeah.
band. Like,
Well, because it is raw.
Yeah,
I mean the
for
only
sure.
production some of these bands have big production, but it's big production, small scale.
Mm-hmm. yeah, for sure.
But you're 6 feet away from them.
Exactly. It's so much more intimate that way.
Yes.
I love that so much more. Yeah.
Like Greyhaven being on that bill, who are just technically absolutely nuts. Norma Jean, who have been around and just like killing it
Yep.
since 99,
Somewhere in
Right.
there. Yeah.
somewhere around there.
Can't remember. Well, they used to be called Ludacris.
Yeah, yeah.
That was when I was introduced to them.
That's awesome.
I actually have one of their records. The 5
That's
EP.
cool, dude. Yeah, I'm a really big Norma Jean fan. So
Same. Been loving them since day one.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them with fucking Josh actually on the tour he
Oh,
left on.
that's awesome, dude. Yeah, they're so sick. Absolutely so sick. Like the next, one of the next tattoos I want to get is the Wrongdoers cover, the skeleton
Fuck
hands,
yeah,
like
dude.
right here.
Love that.
That's like one of my favorite albums.
And their
ever.
music videos are top notch too. The shark in the suit, man, for fucking was that
Dude.
Wrongdoers?
That's like one of the first things I show people whenever I'm like, "Hey, check out Norma Jean," but you also have to watch this music video because it's hilarious.
They also own one of my favorite songs in the entire world, the Future Blueprints.
yes.
Blueprints for Future Homes. God almighty.
yes. Dude, they
What an unbelievable song.
that song is insane. I think I have that. We have a Spotify playlist now that we all just like add songs that we would want to cover
Every time
to.
they fucking come here, they never play it. It's on the set list.
They-
2 times they've been here. And he cuts it every fucking time. It's like
They-
my favorite song ever. And I'm like, God, please. I know.
Really?
I think that's why. It's because it's so crazy.
Oh,
harsh.
wow.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, whenever they played in Dallas, they played it, which I was stoked because that's one
They're
of my
playing
favorites,
Memphis
too.
Wednesday.
I know. I wanted to go. Huh?
Y'all have a
No.
show Wednesday?
That Zash does. But that's the thing is I was going to try to go to that if I didn't work, if I wasn't scheduled. But then Jackson hit me up and he's like, hey, like, would you be cool with us like staying at your house in Conway? Because we start a tour the next day and it would give us like a 50-minute head start. And I was like, yeah, like, of course, you know.
Helping the homies.
I was like,
yeah.
yeah, right.
Leave
But
the
I
key
was-
under the doormat. Feed my dog.
Right. It's like, I'll be back at like 2 a.m.
Right.
No, but then I got scheduled, so it like doesn't matter. So honestly,
Work-life,
well,
man.
here's the thing though, is Norma Jean isn't headlining, and Zash said they wouldn't get to my house till like midnight anyway. So if I can get my shift covered, maybe I should go see Norma Jean.
I mean, you'd be home in 3 hours. If they
That's
play at
very
9,
true.
9, 10, 11,
Dude,
12, you'd be there right when they
you
were.
guys are talking me into it too. That's a funny thing.
Kurt will be there.
Dude, I might have to. I love Norma.
Come on,
Jean.
man, you're young. Fucking live.
Yeah, screw it.
Do irresponsible shit.
I'll be like, hey, can I pick up a morning shift?
Yeah.
Like, I'll trade with anybody right now.
I've got crazy diarrhea. Is there any
Yeah,
way?
I'll call in.
Yeah, is there any way?
It's my second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my second day like on my own. I just passed training like last week. Be like,
Okay, don't do that.
I can't make it in.
We're gonna get this kid fired on his fucking first week of work.
dude. Yeah, right.
Hey, man, they pay pretty fucking decent. It's good food. It's fine.
Dude, yeah, I keep 100% of my tips. Is what I heard.
See,
so
that's
I'm-
fucking
I'm
awesome.
pretty excited.
And the fucking flapjacks there are delicious.
Yeah, I got their home style chicken and French toast last
Hell
time I
yeah.
went there. Ooh.
Every
Austin
time.
gets
Oh yeah,
catfish every
I get
time.
this. Yeah, breakfast food.
You
king
guys will
right
have
here.
to come down to the Cracker Barrel in Conway sometime.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm ever down there, I'm not a huge fan of Conway. Is my problem.
Really?
Yeah, I met my
I kinda
wife
get
there.
that. Really?
Great city to drive.
What? A drive-through? No, they're not a drive-through. Oh, it's a
Oh.
great city to drive through. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's not my favorite.
It's weird.
To me, it's just another town.
Yeah.
Like, it's
no,
just-
that's
like, there's
exactly what it
nothing
is.
Different.
There's nothing special about
There's
Conway.
nothing for me to go. I mean, Full Moon.
Full Moon is special back home.
But that's why when we used
Full
to go,
Moon-
Soundstage
the music
was in Conway, and that's
yeah.
where I met my wife, and that was the only reason we would go there is because of Soundstage.
Yeah.
Because it was fucking awesome, and you had a great time.
The
and
music
now,
scene in Conway is kind of popping off lately.
well, it
which
used
is
to
really
be the
cool.
fucking same way.
That's
I
what
can't
I've
believe
heard.
no one ever had. After Soundstage left, it's like everybody just went,
Okay.
okay, it's dead now.
So sad.
And it's like,
When
oh,
did
it,
Soundstage shut down? Because I've
oh, it
always
didn't
heard
shut
about
down. It
Oh.
caught on fire.
Oh, I
know,
have heard this. Story.
Electrical issues. Yeah. Loose terminology. Wink, wink, wink.
I think I have
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
that
yeah.
actually.
Everyone's heard that. Yeah, yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
The
Austin
Lord
hasn't.
shut it down, you know?
The Lord shut it down. Dude, yeah,
Uh-huh.
because I remember whenever I saw Second Life and Hell Type play Full Moon, I was over at that show and he was talking about like I played my first show.
It was
here in
right. It was
Conway.
maybe 100 yards, maybe 200 yards away from.
Dude.
Just come out and go back up Oak Street, and it's in that first set of that white building, the first one you get to with like the weird railing.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
that one.
dude. I know Justin wants to expand Full Moon and like
Yes.
even maybe like move buildings so bad, and I can't wait for the day. You know,
I love the building. I mean, he's got a
building is so
parking lot. The
cool.
building's got all these multiple areas.
The
You can
building
do
is
so much
legit.
cool shit.
dude. Well, that's why like whenever
The parking lot is huge. Having a parking lot is a big deal.
the fact that like out of state bands are starting to come to Full Moon is blowing my mind.
It just-
Like that's the coolest thing.
I think his idea of just pushing that wall back and opening up that room is just that's it.
it would be enough.
I would also drop that stage down a foot. I think the people
Yeah.
should be, you should be this much more above the person for the
Yeah.
room,
Yeah.
and then just go off.
Dude, yeah. Dude, I've jumped off that stage
I'm
before,
terrified
actually.
of that fucking stage.
Dude,
I am too fucking fat and too fucking old, bro. I fall off that, it's out, baby.
Dude,
Send me to the hospital.
we've had this song called Succubus, and it was the end of the song is like holding on like a lead tone, and then
Uh-huh.
it drops to like back into D. Like
I can't
into
say it
that.
yet, but there's a cool show that's getting announced that we're playing there. It's like
Which
a
band?
Shinvo.
Ooh,
It's like
good.
It's
I
like
want
an
to see
all-day
Shinfo.
thing.
Oh, I think
Uh-huh.
we know about
Wink, wink. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because
gonna be
I don't remember
stupid
why we
fun.
couldn't make it though. But whatever.
Doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Big fan.
Big fans. We won't be there, but in spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been in
Um,
spirit at a lot of shows.
Yeah, for
It's
real.
fine.
Dude.
Life
I-
happens, man.
Where was it? Yeah, I wanted to go to that Always Tired record release so bad, but I was just literally that broke. You know, I was always tired, man.
You know, you
was
can't
always
make it
tired.
all. If you made it to everything,
band.
you'd either have to be rich as fuck. Because if you have the good job, you're not gonna leave the job to go to all the
Right,
shows. So, like you
right.
just have them. Like maybe you got some rich ass parents or something,
Right.
which happens. Oh, step over those cables, homie. Ooh, he got them long legs, dude. Them skinny minis.
That's funny.
Wee. Hilarious.
I was getting made fun of for my legs the other day too. I went out on the
It
river.
happens, dude.
Yeah, it does happen.
It happens. I get made fun of for my face all the time.
I have no idea what you're talking about, man.
Look at it.
You got pretty eyes.
I do. You know
pretty
what?
eyes.
Straight up, people have told me that. I've had strangers stop me and be like, "Your eyes are
Really?
stunning."
That's
I'm
awesome.
Like, aw, thank you. Too bad it's on this hideous fucking face. I had to get something out of the deal. Fat
That's
body,
fun.
fucked up face, dumb hair, can't wear a hat.
Can't wear a hat.
It's fucking awful, dude. I look
That's
insane.
okay. Dude, I'm not a hat person either. I was working at an ice cream shop.
Yeah, but you got
before
the
this.
you slender eyes. You could do it. You might
I could
not
do it.
feel comfortable.
I don't feel comfortable.
He's
Dude,
got the
I-
slender frame.
I would have to like put my hair back
Yeah.
and put it in a hat.
Yes.
And it just feels so strange.
Doesn't feel natural.
No.
Yeah.
And then like whenever you take it off and it's like my hair's like all immediately crusty and I feel like I have to like wash it right after.
Are you
Just
a
have
clean,
so
are you a
much.
clean freak? You got like some.
Not really a clean freak, but like if it's gone too long and I start to feel it, it starts to get on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I need this to change right now, which in a hat just amplifies that. It
Right.
just makes my
It
hair
holds
so
it all in.
greasy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just like, I have to take a shower as soon as I
Oh,
get
I'm
home.
the opposite.
Really?
Oh, I'm hideously disgusting. I didn't shower for a whole summer once.
Really?
Yeah.
I think the longest I've gone is like a week, probably in the summer too.
That's every week, huh? No.
Oh,
Right,
he's
no.
chilling then.
I didn't even change. I changed my underwear and my shirt. Didn't even change pants the whole summer.
Dude, yeah.
This was probably
I wear
like
the same
9th to
pants all the
10th
time.
grade. So this is a long time
Oh,
ago.
you get a pass.
but-
pass.
You know, that's back when you walked everywhere too. Like we didn't have cars yet. None of our friends
Dude.
drove.
That is the one thing.
was a
Me
fuck-
and Wit talk about this all the time, and that's like the one real like gripe. Because like we were talking, there's like nothing really special there aside from like Full Moon and the music scene in general.
Right.
But like the one thing I think that would like make it a good solid city is if it were a walkable city.
I think that's most cities.
Yeah.
They suffer from lack
Yeah.
of just being able to get somewhere. But like, I want to stroll, man. Like,
Yeah.
I want to stroll down to something. Like, oh well, if you get in your car, it's like 20 minutes that way. It's like, man. Yes.
Yeah,
I-
exactly, exactly.
Strolling around, there's something uniquely beautiful about
Yeah.
just getting lost. We're never really lost if our cell phone has reception. But
Right, for sure.
the old thing of I just want to move for the sake of
Yeah.
motion. Like I just want to go.
It's a good song.
You know? Oh, that just is in my brain. That's hilarious. But I just want to be in motion. I want to
Yeah,
see things
for
that
sure.
that are new, and I want to. Oh, look at that! That looks dope. Let me go in there. It's like that's why Beale Street's so fucking popular.
Yeah. I went to
Or
Nashville.
big cities like New York and Chicago, because you
Yeah.
just walk around endlessly.
Yeah, like I went to Nashville a couple weeks ago, a few weeks, month. I was there for a show.
Sick.
But we were
What show?
it was Pierce the Veil and the Used. They were going on their
Oh,
tour
damn.
together. You saw them? Oh yeah, I was about to say they were at So What. I'm a huge
How
fan
are
of the
they
Used.
now that they're older? How
The
does that hold up?
Used
Is it shit? Come on, be
Is
honest, dude.
All right. Pierce the Veil is good.
I
Yeah.
definitely, in my mind, was like, there's no way they pulled
Bert-
that off like when they were kids.
Burt McCracken didn't take care of himself, and you can tell. That's all
Well,
I'll
no,
say
he made
about
$1 million
that.
fucking dollars.
That's all I'll say about that. Pierce the Veil is pretty solid. Burt's just weird.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
so
I mean,
weird
he's
on
always
stage.
been a weird dude.
But no, I mean, I'm a huge fan of the Used. I mean, I've got Savor Every Moment of This tattooed on my wrist because I love that album.
Yeah.
And I'll go see him every chance I get.
Sure.
Dude, they pissed me off so awful though.
I love them and fuck them.
They played their I think the third song in the set was The Bird and the Worm, and that song goes crazy.
Right.
And half the reason that song goes crazy is it's got a nuts breakdown at the end for a scene band. They got to the part where the build was about to come in, and he just goes, the lyrics to this next song are really easy. It's called Fuck You, and they went into a new song that sucks.
Didn't even do it.
I sat there that whole 3 minutes of that song going,
Yeah.
I'm so
pissed. You took
I
away
was
my moment.
so mad. I let everyone around me know it too.
I get why bands do that. You know, again, they play those songs for so long, and
Dude,
you know they're on like decade number 2
Yeah.
of playing these songs. But man, you can't rob the good parts.
That's what I'm saying. Is like I would have rather them cut the whole song.
Right.
I would have rather them cut the whole song. And that's the thing is, the Used doesn't really change their sets up that much either.
I saw Korn. They're like my all-time favorite band.
Korn
I saw
is
them
so
in
good.
Dallas, and Someone is
What
probably
show
my
was it?
favorite Korn. It was them and Alice in Chains
I
and
was
Under
there.
Oath. No
I was
shit.
there.
With Horror.
Yeah.
It's a fucking
Dude,
wicked
I was
show.
in the pit. It
Oh.
was
Not
crazy.
me, dude. I was up on the farm grass, like just chilling.
That's so crazy.
Me
that
and my
we
dad
both
were
at
there. That was the last
though.
show my dad ever saw, actually.
Oh, really?
It's fucking Under Oath, Alice in Chains, and Korn.
Dude, my dad is a huge Korn and Alice in Chains fan.
But so the Someone,
uh-huh.
they did it double time instead of halftime. I wanted to fucking throw somebody. I was like, the heaviest riff of all fucking time, and you sped it up, you stupid motherfucker.
Can
I
we
was
cover
like,
Somebody
boo.
Someone?
Yes.
Dude, I
Uh,
love Korn.
So long as I can steal the microphone for the end part.
Please. Please. That would be so, dude.
That music video is so fucking sick.
We need Lame Johnny Brother Tongue show so bad just because I feel like
It'd
they're
match-
such
it would
similar
mesh well
energies.
for sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
A house
Do
show.
a house show.
House show.
Ah. We knew it was coming.
We're making plans. Look at us being musicians.
Aw, I like you too.
Dude, yeah, that would have to happen if we're gonna have to cover
I would
Somebody
shit
Someone.
on
That would be
myself.
crazy.
Just drop tune to B on the 6 strings.
Dude, I have a couple guitars that I keep in drop A. They're 6-string and sound kind of like shit, but it works.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah.
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 We accidentally.
so cool.
Lame Johnny has a song we don't play because we fucked around and accidentally wrote a Norma Jean song.
Yeah.
But it's in drop G.
That's
On
okay.
a 6 string, and then we put it back into drop C in real time. Like the tuning is the
That
bridge.
is awesome.
So you wham wham wham.
We
and
do
the
that
match-
live on the fly a lot.
Yeah.
Because I have a tuner pedal, but I kind of hate going from like D to C or E to D if I'm trying to drop tune.
Right.
So I'll just like hear it on the fly, do it on
Yeah,
the fly,
yeah.
and then click on my tuner to make sure like I can fine tune
Right.
it. But I just think that's one of the cool things about seeing small bands is just like you get little moments like that
Yep.
where you would never get going to see the Used or Pierce the Veil or anything like
I would
that.
love to play that song live, but we can't. It's
You
like,
can't.
I'll
The
play it
Norma
for-
song?
I'll play it for you, and you'll be like, "This
Please
isn't
do.
Norma Jean." Like
Please
it sounds
do.
like an old.
We've got a couple parts.
That's the problem with
in
not
songs.
having access to hear it back. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
in the room, everyone's so excited and
Yeah.
it's so cool,
Dude.
and you're like, yes, and then
Me-
you hear it back, and you're like, "What did we do?"
Me and Evan were actually hanging out earlier today. We were writing a little bit for our side project, and we fucked around and wrote an Octolus song. We were
See?
like, whoops.
Yeah, whoops, can't do that one. Yeah,
Our plan is we're gonna take because a couple of the riffs we were like, but we really like those riffs. But it was like what we were doing on the end that we were like, oh, this is mistakes like
Right,
fractures. And so we were like, dude, what if we just like put a jazz breakdown at the end of
Love
it?
absolutely fucking love it.
It
Jazz
was-
and metal needs more integration.
We had an intro that we've done at one show. We have like a death metal song called Leviathan, which you might have seen it if you saw that show.
Yeah, I watched y'all's whole set. It's fucking awesome.
We
What's up with the fur coats?
he wears it at every gig. The only gig
It's unbelievable. It's 1,000
We-
fucking degrees in there.
we all had.
How does he do that?
Costume. He wanted to wear it at Canis Bash. We played Canis Bash in like 95 degrees with the sun beating down on a skateboard bowl.
yeah,
He
in a
wanted to
concrete
wear
bowl.
a fur coat. And Whit said, dude,
You're
you're
die.
going to die.
Yeah, you're gonna have a fucking heat stroke.
He said, okay.
That
And
was
he-
the
that was the
like
only
Wow.
show that he hasn't worn it at. Even whenever we like take our shirts off for like encores or whatever, he keeps the fur coat on.
Oh yeah, I couldn't believe it. The dedication to the
nuts.
fur coat. I fucked around and was like, I'm gonna be cool, man. This is like a few years ago, like 100 pounds less weight, everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I'm gonna wear a hoodie for the whole show, and I'm gonna be cool as fuck. Dude, one song, get this fucking off of me.
Dude, I've done that. We were actually talking about that last night. We were watching back some old show footage, and it was at a Vino show, and it wasn't quite as, it was in January and like not quite as packed. It was
Yeah.
like 30 people or so. So it was cold. And so I had a hoodie on before we went up, and I get up there and I start playing, and I wasn't even thinking about it. And then like I took it off 4 songs in. And it was funny because I'm watching the footage back. I was like, oh, yeah, I did the hardcore thing of starting in a hoodie
Yeah.
and deciding it's too hot and taking it off.
I wore a Rocco's Modern Life head once for a Halloween show. That shit lasted all of about 30 fucking seconds. The second we started, I started breathing heavy in that thing, and I was
Never
like,
mind.
I was the mascot.
Yeah, Austin has a mask that he used to wear.
I can't see shit. And my head was already just liquid. Yeah, Kurt was right beside me when it was happening. Because it was going like this, too. It was turning the whole time. So eventually, the head's looking this fucking way, and I'm trying to fucking drum.
Yeah, my problem was that my mask, it was just some like Spirit Halloween mask.
Yep.
It was just like, and instead of it like moving, it would suction to my face. So like I would try to breathe,
Oh.
and it was just like, and I'm like
Oh.
suffocating in the mask. I'm like, oh shit. Well, I gotta
Because it just
finish
had
this.
that tiny little breathe
Yeah.
hole. Oh, no.
Yeah, well, it didn't even have the breathe hole. It was like through like the nose holes. So,
Oh, no. Yeah, you
no,
can't do that. No.
I kind of toughed through it though. What's that?
I said you should cut the mask up and like try to make it a little bit more.
Or early days
Ergonomic.
slip knots it and just kind of
Yeah, there
create
you go.
your
Do
own.
your own thing.
mouth,
Dude,
that's what I wanted
Brett
to
did that with his pig mask.
Oh yeah.
We had okay, so that that reminds me. So whenever we first started doing shows and we got like real serious about it, because we had 2 shows where we played pretty much like note by note versions of like the tape songs. So we didn't have a song over 2.5 minutes. Then over the summers, whenever we did the demos that I mentioned earlier, and we really like fleshed out more ideas, and then we played a house show in August in Conway, and we went all out on it. Like we had costumes. That's when he put on a mask. JT had like the outfit that JT wears now at every show. That's when he started wearing it.
The fur coat thing.
Yeah, and I even had a big like black like studded trench coat that I would wear, but it got too hot for me.
And too heavy. Oh, my God.
So heavy. And I remember whenever Austin picked that mask out in Oklahoma City at a Spirit Halloween because we were on our way to see My Chemical Romance.
Of course.
And he
Everyone
was
knows
like,
that old story. On your way to see My Chem, it's like, we should stop Spirit Halloween real quick.
Dude, yeah, it was awesome. And then Brett got a mask of his that he had like paired with a hood and like a white shirt that he like marked up. There was a pig design with spoons that shouts out to stuff we don't do anymore, like that kind of thing. We used to be a lot more theatrical than we even are now. But
Yeah.
I mean, the costumes just get really hard to coordinate.
Really hard to
that
coordinate,
kind of thing.
hot as
It's
shit.
Hot as shit.
And then if they get damaged, well, now you got to try to hunt that the
Yeah.
fuck down or
Dude,
fix it some way.
Yeah, I don't know where in the world I would find a coat like the one I've got.
Exactly.
It's so hard to commit to something like that for me because I get warm and I'm like, I want to ditch this. And then it's not like I'm wearing a costume
it's
anymore
like,
without the coat.
It's like you have to find something that's like readily available. Like Moon Main does the painter's jumpsuits.
Yeah.
You can find
Moon
those
Man is sick.
anywhere.
Yeah,
You can buy those at every hardware store in America.
for sure.
You know, 7 a.m., park at a Lowe's, go get some new jumpsuits because you ripped yours the night before.
Right.
That's smart. It's hard when it's like a mask. And you're like,
Actual
we broke it. And it's
outfit,
like,
like
well,
you
they
kinda
quit
said.
making that 2 years ago. And you're like, so now I got to have a whole new thing. Yeah.
Which, like, I guess is kind of, sort of part of the fun is
It's
like
sure.
an
Yeah,
evolving
yeah.
costume, you know, like
If you're
this
trying to
isn't
be a
around anymore.
theatrical and like
Yeah.
add some play elements
Yeah.
to it.
But I don't know. I just want to come up with something different for me, something I can do that's more because I also like acrylic painted a t-shirt with like an old patch logo that we have, and it has actually the coolest part of that outfit is this says in big block letters ESC on the back. and that stands for emotional support, Chris.
Oh God.
So that's some pretty good lore.
I don't think I've ever gotten into any like outfits. Cover shows, we did it. We dressed up like the people.
For sure.
Mine was particularly hilarious because I wrote.
Who were you guys covering?
We did Every Time I Die,
Ooh, nice.
and their drummer's name's Goose. That's his nickname. So I wrote "I'm Fat Goose" on a T-shirt because I don't know how you dress up as a drummer.
Right.
You just be a drummer. But I'm fat, so when I sat down, it just says "I'm fat" because the goose disappeared under my tummy. And so every shot I have a shot he took of me that is so iconic. I had it printed on a sheet of glass, and it's in my house. When you walk into my house, above my couch is this giant glass print, and it's just me playing drums, but the shirt just says "I'm fat" in giant letters. It's so fucking funny.
That is the funniest thing I've heard all day.
Yeah. Oh, it was hilarious. When he started sending me the photos, I was like, why did no one tell me you couldn't see the goose part?
That's the worst part is no one was like,
No.
dude, it just says I'm fat. They've just all sat there and going,
He found a new
"That's
one.
fun."
He found a new one. It was a Polaroid or something. He took a photo, and it's me. I guess I stood up at some point, and you can actually see the goose. I was like, damn, I really fucked that up. I still have the shirt, though. It's fucking hilarious.
Dude, yeah, you can't get rid of that.
No.
Dude.
Y'all should do a cover show.
We'd be super down. Yeah, another one we were talking about was My Chemical Romance, but we know that's been done already.
Yeah, that was, wait, and you made it, I'm just saying, there's no way you would top what they did.
Really?
It was, I don't need to see My Chemical Romance. I
Fair.
saw them in Vino's.
Fair.
It was unbelievable.
Dude,
Anyone that was there, it was just the most crazy. They had a fucking curtain drop.
Austin, I
It
know
was
who we need to cover.
fucking nuts.
I know who we need to cover. Under Oath.
There you go.
But JT can't scream like.
Uh,
also, those
Well,
songs
you just do
would
the
be
early shit.
so
It's just
hard,
yelling.
right? Those
Yeah.
songs would be so hard to learn though, like because we would totally want to
Not the
bust
guitar
out.
part. Man, the guitar
Guitar
parts are
part's
just
easy,
simple. It's the drumming.
Drums.
Yeah. Well, you just dumb
and
it
like,
down.
and it's all like, the structure is like so proggy. You know, like we would have to like come up with the playlist and like give it to Whit and JT now.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
it took us 6 months to learn. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Are you guys like trying to plan another cover show?
Oh,
Like,
always. He's
okay.
always up to something.
Word. I
Yeah,
love
talk
that.
to Kurt
I
after
love
this.
that.
This man's always plotting.
Dude, we would love to do a cover show though, for sure. We would just need to talk about.
You
like,
got to
who
just
we would
find that
really
one
wanna do.
thing, dude. Even
I
fucking
think-
the one he likes, dude.
I was about to see the top three options I've heard right now though are He Is Legend, Title Fight, and Under Oath.
because He Is Legend
so-
hasn't been here in a hot fucking minute.
Yeah.
And that would be, I mean, people love
He
that
Is Legend
band.
would
And
rip.
people who love that band really love that band. They're almost kind of cultish. No, it's you sent it to me on the cell phone. I'm like standing up, and my hands are like this, but we're mid-set. I can tell,
Mhm.
and I don't remember doing that because I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I don't stand up while I'm playing. I must have been
Or
possessed.
not JT. Brett stood up once at the first show. He stood up on his stool, and that's the only time I've ever seen
So
him
I
stand
used
up.
to stand up, and I would stand on my drums.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day at practice, my drum throne decided it was going to go one way, and my ribs decided it was going to go into my floor tom. And then my hi-hat landed on my leg, and I sat on the ground for quite a while. And
Yeah.
Justin was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No. No,
I
I'm
came-
not. I think I broke my fucking chest."
Oh no!
Just, dude, it was so calm. And
Yeah,
so,
right, you're just like, I'm just
the
trying to
pain. I was just
process
in
this.
shock. The pain was so great. I never did it again.
I
And now I,
came-
put sandbags on my snare drum.
I came. Excuse me. I came close. I came close to doing that at the one time we played Russellville. Is I stood up on Brett's kick during like the last breakdown, and there was like a little bit like I started falling forward.
Uh-huh.
And I just kicked back, and I still hit the ground and
Yep.
like went into the crowd, but I just like rolled out of it, and I was like chill. And I was just like, I'm sure everyone thought that was on purpose. I ate shit twice at that show because I also ran over to do the I'm Alive harmony with you, and then when I was running back, my knees hit the ground.
Oof.
That's happened a couple times at a
Ouchies.
couple shows.
I've,
I've skinned my knees a couple times
know,
at shows.
Drumming, I don't really have too many fiascos, but Todd has definitely stood on my drums and then taken out 90% of my drum kit, like mid-song. And I'm like, cool. glad we don't have more songs to play. Like, fuck. And then it's just a bunch of people rushing to like try to put it. And so now you're
Right.
trying to play this song on like 2 drums.
Dude, yeah,
Good
that's
stuff.
awesome.
Chaos.
I saw whenever we played with Incompleteness Theorem last night, which shout out to them.
Never heard of them. What are they?
They are Scrams, fifth wave emo, like crying in your bedroom, like only plays house shows type deal. They're sick. They're also
Where are they
super
from?
young.
Conway?
I think Little Rock. I want to say Little Rock.
What was their
or
name
Little Rock.
again?
The Incompleteness Theorem.
Okay.
They're super cool dudes. We've been friends with them for a while, and they came in clutch last night because they were able to hop on the gig at about a 4 or 5 days notice. 2 days. Whenever
Knowledge.
yeah. Well, he was the one that pulled him on. He was like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, he was like, or the original band was like, hey, we've got a drop. Like, do you guys want us to find someone, or do you know who you want? And he was like, I got a few guys in mind.
Hell
And he
yeah.
hit them up, and apparently their singer was like, yes, with like before they even he even asked the rest of the band.
I gotta ask, since y'all are young, how much stock do y'all put into the internet as far as promotion and stuff like that? I feel like this is something that eludes me. So, like the younger generation, I really do y'all give half a shit, or I mean, I know one of y'all's guys is graduating with a.
Yeah, well, we put a lot of stock in it. We try to have a good presence on social media. It's been hard recently just because with the shows, like trying to get them finalized, trying to get flyers and stuff.
Sure.
But we were really good about it for a little bit. We started out completely different than we are now. We used to be really like cryptic and like
Yeah.
spooky and
Trying to be those
mysterious
guys,
about it.
yeah.
Yeah. And then that, like, I think it was like after our house show in Conway, whenever we started playing more gigs, we were like, this is like so hard to keep up with. And we just started being like, show. And then like the most fun stuff we do is like, whenever we were going to Fayetteville, all 5 of us were in the same car. And
So it's a good time.
it was a good time.
Yeah.
We took the scenic route on the way up. It was like a 4-hour drive.
Oh
Rocked
shit! The old
highway,
hog trail
yeah.
or whatever the fuck they call that.
There was a Brother Tongue sticker on like an overlook in the Ozarks that we like all signed and stuff. I've got a picture of it.
That's cool.
It was pretty awesome. But I mean, it was just like posting stuff like that on our Instagram, just being like, hey, we're just guys being dudes. Like, we're just having a good time.
That's something people relate to, though.
Yeah, no, that's why it was fun. And it was some of
being
the like
yourself on the internet.
most successful.
I think the biggest trouble I have is like trying to. It feels forced to me. I don't know.
I get that.
Keep your money.
I just-
So what would you want to see?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like-
but I don't. You know.
Like, I can't do that on like my personal social medias. I can't post about like every minute of every day.
Yeah, because I'm
kinda
not
deal.
doing the.
Yeah, I'm
that
not doing
thing.
anything interesting.
I mean, maybe it is. I don't know, but at the same time, I don't think anyone would be interested. So that doesn't necessarily mean it's true.
Right.
But also, I'm not doing my hands to war 24/7. I'm not doing
Right,
shit. I'm not
right.
doing Lame John Crows 24/7. That's all. This week, then next week, then you know. So it's like,
Yeah.
okay, I can do one day of that, but then I drop off for another week or two.
That's kind of how we are with our thing, is like whenever we're all together, we're able to like post a lot and be like, we're hanging out. And then we go our separate ways and don't see each other for another week, 2 months,
Right.
anything like that.
So it just dies off, and then
Pretty
the algorithm
much.
just goes, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, we must be doing something right though, because I feel like,
Doing good.
yeah, I mean, like, not bad by any means. I mean, it kind of blows my mind that the amount of people.
Oh, it
have
blows
been
my mind.
showing
Just
up.
what if fucking 2 people? You're like, damn, 2 people. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. It's just like people like what
Uh-huh.
we're doing right now.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why. Yeah, I mean, yeah, especially shows that get announced so late, like we have been doing. Like, we still had a decent amount of people turn out last night, and I'm just like, that's so cool.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
that's so
Especially with
awesome.
all the stuff that was going on.
Yeah,
That's this whole fucking summer. It's been unbelievable this summer.
yeah,
Every night of the week, it seems like. I mean, next week, Vino's has all but one day booked. It's crazy.
they've got some killer shows coming through. I'm so excited for that Count Nashi's Ash Vulgarity show.
Yeah. No, I'm supposed to, but I'm doing this. So we doing this.
Because there's a show, you know.
I know,
What's going on
and tomorrow, and Wednesday, and Thursday, and Friday, and it's fucking.
It's crazy.
But this comes out in 2 weeks, so none of this makes sense.
Yeah, right.
We're past tense, future speaking.
Past
Like,
tense, future.
How do
It's
you
like
guys
you
find
guys-
out about shows these days? What is your like
Media.
go-to way?
Yeah.
Media.
Really?
I'm on Instagram
Is this
quite a
something?
bit.
I feel like
personally.
y'all's age. Where I'm at, it just feels forced. I feel like I have to do it.
Yeah.
Whereas I think because we didn't get that. It's not how it was when I was doing it.
That's where
Whereas
I
y'all
always
age
catch
is like,
shows.
no, I mean, this is what you do for y'all. It's just
Yeah.
like kind of like breathing. Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
just get an
pretty much.
Instagram and you just put it out there.
Mhm.
It seems simple to me. I have to justify. I've done stuff and I'll send it to Kurt and he's like, "Yeah, post it," and I'm just like, "It's
What do
fucking
you
stupid. I'm not
mean?"
gonna post it."
I get that. That's see, because once again, like with Brother Tongue, it's a different story for me because I'm like, I want to make sure at least a few people see something.
Right.
But like,
I get.
I just
man.
shrug if
It's
it's
just interesting
personal
'cause,
stuff.
Like,
Here, Kurt, you talk.
Kurt cast.
I didn't bring anything.
We need a water break.
Hello? Hi,
Welcome.
welcome to the
It's our turn.
the,
to
the cast
interview
of
you.
Crash. Okay,
How long have you been taking pictures, Kurt?
too fucking long. Probably like 15 years, something
That's
like
a
that.
long time.
I keep telling people
long
10,
time.
but I've been saying that for the past like 6 years. So.
Right. That's
Yeah.
how I get whenever I get the "How long have you been playing guitar?" question. Is just like
It's like yeah,
I don't remember.
yeah. And it's also like there's a difference between like when you started playing guitar and when you started like playing guitar to be in a
Actually playing
band.
guitar, yeah.
Versus like I've had a camera in my hand for forever, but
Right.
you know
For sure.
I haven't been like trying to do it professionally for
Right.
that long.
It's cool though. I remember whenever we got done at the one Vino show that you shot us a little bit at, Brett after the show he was like, I saw Kurt hanging out by the drum kit and he was like, if I get a Kurt Lunsford drum cam, I can die happy. And not only did we get a Kurt Lunsford drum cam, we got one on like one of the most impressive drum songs we have.
Hey,
So even better.
that's perfect. 'cause
Brett
I
is
just pressed the
cracked.
button.
Oh, Brad.
Most of the
Our whole
drummers
rhythm
around here
section
are
is-
fucking cracked. Like
That's what I'm saying, dude.
there's something in the water when it comes to drummers around here. But there's
I
only
could-
like 6 of them.
Right.
But they're all fucking insane.
and they're in every band.
Yep.
Dude, yeah. I remember it was so hard whenever I was trying to start a band in high school. It was so hard to find a drummer. That was the one thing I couldn't find. So like whenever I found Brett, I was like, you and me make music. Yes.
We are best friends now.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
He I remember we became friends because my music taste would not be the same if it weren't for Brett Thompson. We met in a speech and debate class and we were in Russellville. And
Oh, sorry.
welcome back. No, you're good. Do I need to start a
No,
different
no, no.
point?
Just keep
Okay.
talking.
So
I'll pretend like I know.
well, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't sure. I was like,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
so
Words,
me and Brett
things.
Thompson.
Beer. Sorry, kids. It's all we have left, and I'm thirsty.
1 year left.
Yeah, right. Wait, hold on. So, what month is it? July, August,
What
September.
month is
I
it?
got 3. So
3 years?
months.
Oh, okay.
I am 17 years old right now.
Be honest. Oh,
How
whatever,
old
dude.
am I?
You come from a small town. I'm guessing you've had a sip of alcohol before.
No, never.
Yeah.
I'm such a good boy.
According to my mother, I'm a good boy.
So me and Brett, we were chilling at a cafeteria table at Russellville High School for a speech and debate tournament. He's like, and we were chatting, we were getting to know each other. He was like, yo, you want to check something cool out? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, he put on Casting Such a Thin Shadow by
Oh,
Under Oath.
yeah.
And I was like,
That was your first foray into like
Yeah.
that world of
and
heavy.
then he told me, which
That's funny. Mine is
I
a
was
very
showing
similar
him, like-
story. Mine was at school.
dude, I was showing him like, hell yeah, dude.
Oh, see, I was the butt rock kid. I listened to
Exactly.
Fred Durst, Limp Bizkit,
Yep.
Korn, all that
Yep.
stuff. And then, unironically, this is when it was new.
Yeah.
And then
No,
a
I
buddy of
listen to all
mine,
that
I've told this
unironically.
story a number of times, but I still love it to this day. He just, that's all stupid. Listen to this. And his uncle is the lead singer of Living Sacrifice. So he brings me these stack of CDs.
That's
I go
awesome.
home and I hear, and I'm like, my brain turns to liquid. I'm like,
Yeah.
music can sound like this. I immediately take all of my mainstream shit, throw it in the dumpster, and just take all these CDs. And he just starts burning me
That
copies.
is
Do.
awesome.
And then, you start going to shows, you start picking up some of these older records because they were still around. I still have some real gems that I hold on to.
Nice.
Um,
I've got a bunch of old like Shinedown and Seether record like
Hey, I
CDs.
worked with those
in
bands.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
dude,
cool. The
I do
fucking,
Seether's sick.
the Seether
still
dude's
like
a little
Seether.
strange in real life.
Really?
Yeah. Kind of a weird dude, but nice. Friendly.
Yeah, we well, yeah. So he showed me Casting Such a Thin Shadow. I was like, and then he
Yeah.
goes like on the bus ride home. It was like a 45, 50-minute bus ride, and he just flipping through Under Oath songs. I think there might have been some like Paramore, other like kind of like
Same vein kind
yeah,
of shit. Yeah.
stuff like that kind of thrown in, and I was like, this is sick.
Music can sound like
He was
this?
like, listen to They're Only Chasing Safety.
It's such an eye-opening
and
moment.
Define
isn't
the
it?
Great Line.
Yeah.
And Define the Great Line
That's a
is
masterpiece.
my favorite
That's a
record of all
masterpiece.
time, and I've got an Under Oath tattoo on
You
this arm
do?
now. So,
I
yeah.
got to, so that record that's in the middle there, the Lost in the Sound,
Yeah,
I got to hear that record 3 months before it came out on their tour bus, and it
That's
was
awesome.
magical. Yeah.
That record is crazy.
I think it's actually better than I think it's Define the Great Line, sonically solidified. They took
Yeah.
everything they learned from that record
It's
and then
just
mastered
darker.
it. Yeah.
it's Define the Great Line, but darker, and that's what's so
It's
interesting.
my favorite record
It's very good. I think.
of theirs. Not
Yeah.
my favorite record of all time.
Right. What's your favorite record of all time?
Led Zeppelin 4. My
Nice.
dad grew up listening to it as a kid. Every song is a number one hit.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, it's commercial, but
It's good though.
it's my
good.
childhood. It's
I
good
mean-
music. The riffs are insane. John Bonham's a god. That's
Yeah.
a lot of my drumming style is. He's one of my top,
Mm.
top 3 favorite drummers of all time.
That's sick, dude. Yeah, yeah, Define the Great Line has got to be a part because I really like records that sound like one long song.
Yeah,
That's why I love Define the Great Line. Love Wrongdoers, like stuff that just goes.
yeah. It's just punishing. It's
Yeah.
just like fucking
Well, and
beating
it's
your
just
ass
like-
from 1, 2, 3.
And especially like just music like that where you just feel
Takes you
every
on a roller
note,
coaster of
every
emotions.
hit,
Yeah.
like starting from like, and then it goes straight like the song before Casting Such a Thin Shadow on that record is Returning Empty-Handed.
Right.
Like
Oh, the way they all flow too.
Yeah.
There's like this, the whole thing's just doing this. Like
it's crazy.
like someone was back there with a fucking baton orchestrating the entire
Brett
thing. Yeah.
saw their Rebirth tour where they played They're Only Chasing Safety and
I was
Define
at
the
it.
Great Line front
Yeah,
to back. Yeah,
I was there.
dude.
Shit was sick.
Which I mean, of course,
that was my dad's 60th birthday.
nice.
We drove all the way up there into
That's
St.
awesome.
Louis and watched that band and drove all the way back home for his 60th birthday.
That's awesome, dude. I've done that a couple times. I've done a couple.
It's
go there for
wild,
the
but
night
that
and
was
come
my
back.
dad's favorite band.
Really, that's awesome. My dad's favorite. He like got me growing up on like Korn, Alice in Chains,
Yeah.
Shinedown. That.
How old's your
kind of
dad? Like 40?
45. Yeah.
Awesome.
What is it?
It's amazing.
What is it?
It's amazing.
What's going on? I don't
It's
get
amazing.
it.
Nothing, just same agent. It's just funny. I love it. I haven't. It's still new to me. I'm
Yeah.
still processing that because I don't have kids. So when I meet
Oh, really?
kids, I'm like, damn.
Wait just a second. That's awesome.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Music. What a
I love
brilliant
music.
thing.
It's just like, and it's so funny because like stuff like that, like you said, like you were like the butt rock new metal kid. Like so was I.
Oh,
and it's
dude, I had
even,
the Jinko jeans, the long.
And
my
it's
hair
like-
was down to here, man.
Yeah.
I was on drugs. Couple of them.
Yeah. Well, it's just like it's so crazy because like even music like that where like you can like say it's terrible, it's not as good like from an objective point of view from this. but it's
Okay,
just, like,
whatever. You can say
still-
that about
exactly.
everything. Yeah.
But you still, it's just
This
it
peanut
still
butter
makes
brand's
you
better than this
feel.
peanut butter brand. Exactly. Yeah.
It's just still just good ass music.
Yeah.
If it means something to you, that's all it takes.
I don't give a shit what it is, man. If you like fucking listening to the, People like Kurt loves ASMR. I don't get it. It's
Yeah.
not my thing. But I get why someone would
Yeah,
like it, and so
exactly.
whatever.
Exactly.
It ain't for me, but it doesn't have to be. Can you imagine if you liked everything? Oh
Yeah.
my God, you wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
Dude, that's like that's so funny you say that because I have a thing with music where it's like I listen to so much music. Well, I don't listen to so much music, and that's the problem.
I don't anymore.
But like, yeah, I will listen to something new, and I'm like, that's sick, and then I just never revisit it.
I think that's a modern music problem. I think it's so accessible.
Yeah.
Like again, anyone can be a musician,
But anyone can.
But anyone can be a musician.
Yeah,
It's a double-edged sword.
yeah, for sure.
And it has made the access to it has made it less than.
Yeah.
Same thing's happening in film right now. You know, music industry sold their soul 20 years ago. When iTunes came out, it was the fucking death nail.
Yeah,
And all the labels fought, you know, for a second, but then they were like, wait, we can just put this in our favor. And once that transitioned into streaming, they already had the literature, like the words written down. So that's like, we're just going to fuck everyone.
that's why I had a little bit of an epiphany last night whenever we were playing because Yucks was on tour. They were like the touring band that we played with, and they're
Cool.
from Nashville, I think they said.
Yucks.
They were from Tennessee.
They talk like this. Yuck.
I don't think so.
Okay, I'm just kidding.
They were super indie. They
Oh,
were like
dope.
super
Love a
indie.
good indie band.
Yeah. They were really sick live. Like their drummer.
Yo, if you're going to be in an indie band, you got to have a good drummer.
Yeah.
You got to.
Well, and like halfway through their set, I was like, this is what's so cool about this.
Yeah.
Because whether in 2 years they're not a band anymore or in 10 years they're the biggest band in the world, I still got to sit there with like 20 other people
Amen.
seeing their first Arkansas show ever when they're still like a little baby tiny band.
Yep.
And it's just like
Oh,
the coolest thing in the world.
10th grade, some buddies of mine played at Vino's, and I didn't go. They were like, dude, there's this band, man. They were so good. You never believe. And I was like, damn, I wish I would have came that night. But, you know,
Yeah.
either didn't have a ride or didn't have the money,
For
whatever. We
sure.
were all kids. Like a week later, they're on MTV. It was fucking Thursday,
Ha! Nice.
which ended up being one of my favorite bands.
Nice. Dude, I need to check more of them out because I remember Brett, like, he said a song of theirs.
It's love or hate. There's no
Really?
middle ground for them. You're either going to like it or you're not. It's that simple.
I'll need to check it. I was listening to, that's how I feel about, like, Count Ashi.
It's the vocals. He's
Exactly.
got a strange style.
Exactly.
It's not
It's-
not like in key, but he's a lyricologist. The way he writes stuff, it's very strange.
There's so much music that just comes down to the vocalist, man. On
I
whether
think
or
I
not
think
you're
I
listening.
kind of got to be like all music, really, because if you don't
Yeah.
fuck with the vocalist, you just ain't gonna listen.
Yeah, I mean, that's my deal with Smashing Pumpkins, is I think the music is so cool.
yeah, but
Cannot
you're
stand
not
Billy
gonna listen
Corgan.
to a Smashing Pumpkins song because it's like nails on a chalkboard.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't mind Smashing Pumpkins. It's like of my time, so it was just
Right, right.
everywhere. But
You kind of got
you know,
what-
you're just in it. You
Yeah.
hear it on the radio,
For sure.
24 fucking 7.
indoctrinated into
Yeah, exactly.
Smashing
Yeah,
Pumpkins.
yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't like them necessarily, but I don't mind them.
Yeah. Well, and it was funny because, like, I kind of just like another thing in that vein is I showed my mom. I was like, she doesn't like screaming, but she likes just about everything else, kind of.
Right.
And I was like, me and Evan are writing some music that I think you're gonna hate. And she was like, oh no. And I was like, but I have to show you.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
And I showed her, and all we have are like guitar, drum takes. And I showed her that, and she was like, when am I gonna hate it? And I was like, she was like, is it Scream? And when did that come? And I was like, I mean, I guess you wouldn't hate it. She's like, this just sounds like music. And I was like,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah, well, yeah. Once the yelling starts, that's when most
Yeah,
parents
it's
check
like,
out.
okay, never mind.
Yeah. I mean, my mom came to our last show, which is still wild, you know. When
Yeah.
your parents are that old and they're coming to your shows, supporting you,
Right.
it's like my parents were very supportive my whole life.
Mhm.
But you know, she shows up and we play the show, and I know I'm saying things. She's just like, oh my god,
Right.
I would never,
When you have to like,
you know. And then she comes out, she's like, y'all did so good. Like,
you're like,
you know.
split the fucking crowd.
No,
You're just
no,
like,
no,
plug your-
never.
plug your ears.
Oh, I'm swearing up a storm
Yeah.
for sure, but she already knew that. I can't help but just
Right.
cuss
Yeah.
infinitely, just in my DNA at this point.
Dude, right. It's funny
I
because
love swearing so much. It's the best thing in the world. Yeah, fuck.
fuck.
How many Monaco?
Yeah, 10 minutes. I don't think. Well, I probably cussed like the first thing.
Yeah, I was about to say.
They say 10 minutes now. The AI only
Really?
looks in 10 minutes or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They go find some gold if they do.
Yeah, I don't even. There's no clock in here, so it's like a casino.
Dude, time just
Yeah.
slips away. We
It's
pump
cool,
oxygen in
though.
here too. Low-key. we get y'all real mellow.
Yeah, right. Dude, it's funny because
We're going to rob you later.
Oh no!
Kurt's going to hold you up at gunpoint.
All my stuff is outside.
And we're so good at it, no one ever says a thing because it's how we fund this whole situation.
Dude,
Pull the
yeah.
gun out and like, well, look, we're sorry, but
It's like,
we
it's
need
like
to
you're just
keep the
such
lights
nice
on.
guys. I'm just
Uh-huh.
like, you know what? I get it, man. Take it. For those that couldn't quite hear, he said, "Time for another Crash Cast tradition."
Break your punk ass.
Dude, yeah, that was funny. That's how like we are in general because we're just like best friends too.
Yeah.
And so we're up until like 3:30 in the morning last night after the gig, and we're just
Ooh.
like, oh yeah, I've got plans tomorrow. Like, I
Oops.
should go to bed.
Yeah, but you got it, man. 5
Yeah,
hours
no, I
of
was
sleep, you're
chilling.
fine.
I woke up at 10:30 this morning. I was like, all right, I'll take a shower, go jam with Evan. Then we're doing Crash Cast. Might as well.
Sick. And where are you from now?
Conway,
And
yeah.
you live in not
I live
Cersei.
in Wheeling Springs.
Wheeling, okay. Wheeling.
Population 45.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's not where you went to school though, right?
No, there's no school. There's barely even a post office.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's in
It's-
Arkansas?
Yep. Wheeling Springs, look it up. It is as of the 2020 census, it was 45 people over there.
45
Yeah.
people.
Shout out to Wheeling Springs.
So your show last night had more people than your entire town you live in?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I would barely even call it a town.
Right.
It's more like a little.
It's more like
Collection
this is
of-
where a group of farmers never moved away from.
Yeah, pretty much. There is a Tyson farm down there though.
That's why.
Which
that
is-
explains it.
Yeah, it's in the middle of BFE.
Is there a Dollar General, a gas station?
Hell no.
What the
Absolutely not. The closest gas station is like 10-15 minutes down the road
fuck? What?
in Gurdon. So,
Do you... Oh my God, do you ever go home?
I mean, yeah, I do, but I'm
Yeah?
on the road a lot because I mean, all of my friends live in like Central Arkansas, like Conway
Right.
area. So I'm always on the road up here hanging out with them, and my girlfriend lives in Cabot, so I'm always up there. But it's like, yeah,
Near Sycamore and a school, sorta. Jesus.
Better or worse than Russellville?
Well, he just said
better
where
or
he
worse
lived.
than Russellville.
Yeah.
Ah, that's a tough one, isn't it?
Oh, they've got a couple cemeteries out there.
Oh
Y'all
yeah,
ever
there's
do
like
some
there's like one or two. Yeah.
spooky nights?
Yeah, we're just talking about Wheeling Springs, you know. It's like
Real podcast gold, okay? Small town, 45 people.
yeah, like
That's
how
wild, dude.
when's the next time you're gonna meet somebody?
No
from
wonder
Wheeling
you play
Springs?
music.
Yeah.
There's nothing else.
We're like the only thing to come out of a small town like that.
Should have been like in the woods or something.
That's how all the bands start. You know how we... Holy shit.
Let me see.
It's
That's it.
It's a shack.
Yeah, that's it.
Your post office is a fucking shack.
It's awesome.
When you go to the fucking go to a campground and there's the bathroom.
Yeah, it's
No,
that's
yeah,
what it is.
It's crazy. It is literally the middle of nowhere. There's no
Incredible.
service anywhere. But the craziest thing, we have fiber optic internet.
That's on purpose. They
Like-
did all the. So I have fiber optic too, and I live sorta in the woods, not like you.
Yeah, no.
I live in the woods, a city adjacent. Okay.
Yeah, no. I've got everyone.
But we
through
have
here.
fiber too, but they did all that because it's easier.
Yeah.
So they started in the middle of nowhere, and then they'll funnel it into the cities because they need all that money because those infrastructure builds are crazy expensive.
Right. I was
they're-
just so surprised because it's
Like-
literally like 5 people have
You
it
go
out
to
there.
you go to Little Rock now, you can see the fiber up in the sky. They'll have big hoops of wire just hanging there. That's all fiber optic.
yeah,
cable,
they're
'cause
laying
they
it
can't-
in
They
wood
can't
right
bend
now.
it, so you have to make it loop because it has to be a loose loop or it'll snap. A little bit of information because it's made of glass. And
Ooh.
and if you snap that fucking cable, dude, yeehaw, buddy,
Yeah,
money dollars,
wouldn't want to
son.
be that man.
No, you don't want to be that.
Almost got in a car accident on the way over here. Fun fact.
Hey, don't do that because we've already had a guest that happened to. And
Really?
actually got in a car crash. Literally. Yeah. Where we were doing it. Like, literally.
Like you're recording an episode beforehand, and it's just like, what was that?
On the way, yeah.
He was on the way. We were in the fucking thing, and he got in an accident.
He goes to pull into the parking lot across, and literally hit somebody.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Dude, yeah,
In his brand new car at the time too.
Oh.
that sucks.
Yeah. Oh, Tesla also.
No.
No.
This was
Oh, okay. I thought it
Okay.
was the Tesla.
no.
That's good.
Still terrible, but
Terrible.
Yeah. No,
Like,
I
thank
was-
God it was the Honda. Oh my God.
Dude, it was so bad. I called it because it was like before, like there was an accident on the exit.
Always.
And like, so I couldn't see it
Yep.
with the divider. And I get there and there's a person going, rolling in front of me. And they start like, say, see it stop. I see it. I stop. And I go over towards the shoulder. And there's a car behind me flying
Yep.
that just threads through us. And I
Yep.
was like, holy shit. It was so bad. I called him. I was like, hey, where are you? He was like, I'm on the bridge that like passes by Verizon Arena. And I was like, okay, cool. I was going to let you know. I almost died.
I had to tell someone.
yeah.
No, for real though. For real.
Been there.
That's why you were late.
Been there. Late, early. We knew it.
I got
Kurt
nothing
goes
better to do.
over under. They're going to be later early. I was like, oh, they're early 100%.
I appreciate that. I do my best.
I'm an early bird too.
Yeah. Because this is like worst case if I get there like 15 minutes early and you guys are like, we're not ready yet. I don't mind sitting in my car. I would rather do
the
that than
internet.
get there 15 minutes late and you guys are like, where
I got the
are you
internet.
guys?
I'm never bored. I got my cell phone. I just turn that
Exactly.
on.
I had sat outside my apartment
Yeah.
for literally like hours before.
Yeah. No big deal.
Waiting for the
Yeah.
time that I told him to come over.
Yeah.
Just because I didn't have anything else to do that day and I was
Yeah.
already in Little Rock.
Dude,
Yeah.
so you've done the thing where you like get there early, but it's a little too early, so you don't want to be like, "Hey, I'm here." So
I don't
you're
wanna be
just kinda,
that
like,
fucking
hanging
guy.
out there. Yeah, exactly.
And I'll forget. Sometimes I'll look up. I'm like, oh, it's time.
Yeah, yeah,
I would
literally.
like walk outside and he's just parked down the street. And I'm
Just
"What
like,
the fuck?"
why didn't you let me know? You're like, oh, we weren't hanging out until like
Yeah,
a few
where we
hours.
practice, the guy who owns the building we practice at, he'll come out and go, how long you been here? I'll be like, I don't know, 20 minutes. He's like,
Why
just
don't you
come
walk
inside.
in?
I was looking at, Instagram or whatever the fuck.
Dude, I swear that's how like we used to be whenever we would practice at my house and they would all roll out. Nowadays it's a lot looser, but I mean, they
You
come
know.
and go pretty much.
Yeah. Oh my God, how long have we been going, Kurt?
How long have we been
Take a
going?
guess.
How long you think? This is my favorite
I'm
part.
gonna be honest. I checked the time while I was in the bathroom. Earlier,
God,
so I
dude, what
can't.
the
I'm
fuck?
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Cheating.
I'm sorry.
Do it.
I'm gonna do it. Ready? 2 hours and 13 minutes.
Whoa.
Specific.
That's pretty close.
Really?
Holy shit.
An hour and 56.
Hour 56.
Nice.
Damn.
Close.
I was gonna say like 2 hours. So
I thought two. I was like, is it
Yeah.
two yet?
it feels like 2. I'm having a good time.
Well, we already did one, so I'm like, this is hour 4 for me.
Right.
Me and Kurt, this is like hour 4, hour 5. Well, it was 11:30. Yeah, we've been here for a hot minute.
Really?
In my brain, I thought we had 3
No,
from the first one.
you kept saying, well, if we're done by 2:15, I'm like, that's 1 hour. Yeah,
In my brain, that was 3 hours.
3 hours. Yeah.
Right. Dude, yeah, that's awesome. This just seems like so much fun though. Just like getting to interview like 1.5 million different people that are just like in the scene in different ways. Like
Well, the thing is it's not really an interview. It is.
I
and it
guess
isn't.
yeah, it's
There's interview-esque parts where I'm
super
like, well, where are you
freeform,
from?
though.
Like, that's an
Yeah.
interview question.
I
But that's
like the
really
way
just a
it's done.
formality.
Yeah, because
And then we
could
could
so much more
riff
interesting.
and bullshit. Like we were talking about caffeine and Dr. Pepper, and we've
Yeah.
been talking about, well, how does your band like to
That's
do
why I
this? And how
like-
does,
Crash Cast. It's very easy to listen to.
it's just people relating. It's just two people meeting each other. A lot of times for the first time here recently. I'm
Yeah,
not
I think the only time I've talked to you was at that Lame Johnny show.
at the
was-
Full Moon Records
yeah.
thing. So it was
Yes,
you
I
that
think-
was there.
Well, are you talking Full Moon Records whenever Lame Johnny played the mixed genre bill?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was
Yeah.
me. Mhm. That was me. And then it was funny because I was listening to the episode that you did with Evan,
Uh-huh.
and you were talking about meeting one of us at Full Moon Records. And I had to text Evan because I couldn't tell if it was before or after the mixed genre bill. And I was like, was this before or after? He was like, that was before. I was like, was it me? Because
Nah, yeah.
I mean, like, you meet so many people, you know.
you
at
meet
these
so many people.
things.
That's the toughest part.
Yeah.
And then you have to try to keep that in your brain, which
Yeah.
I'm not good at.
I'm good with faces. I'll be like, I
Oh,
recognize you.
I can
but
do a face, but
can't-
I'm not going to
I
know
can't
your
recognize-
name.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'll talk to Jackson and he'll like name drop someone, and I'm like, oh, who's that? And they're like, oh, this person. And I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
who?
Yeah.
Like,
I know people that are like infinite. They have a chamber in their brain where they can just store names, and I'm like, how do
crazy.
you do
It's
that?
crazy. But
They're
then it's like the
wizards.
opposite. Like they'll be talking about that person right in front of them, and they'll be like, "That's me." And it's like, "Oh yeah, what's
Oh,
up?"
that's me. Oh, I've stuck my own foot in my mouth a bunch of
Oh
times.
yeah, dude.
No, man, I was at
totally
this
done
thing
that.
and it was this, and he was like, I was fucking there.
Dude, I cannot tell you how many times I've introduced them to people
That
like,
you've already introduced him to? Yeah. Oh, dude, yeah.
I've watched you, dude.
dude.
And you're
it's-
just like, this is painful.
yeah,
Man,
and then
you're
I just
dumb.
kind of have to sit there like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. It's so terrible.
dude.
I'm so bad about it.
Fucking pretty bad for being a dude who picked doing podcasting. as
Yeah,
a fucking-
right. It's like you're like, oh, hey, do you want to come on the podcast sometime? It's like I've been on
your podcast. That hasn't happened yet.
Okay, that's
Thank
good.
God. I had a couple of full bands on, and I kind of forgot that one person was in on one of those full band ones.
Right,
But
right.
that's the only time anything remotely like that happened.
Yeah, that's I think it's cool how you do it like on a person by person basis too. Like we could get Wit or Brett or JT in here to do another episode and have a
Absolutely.
completely different conversation.
I think that's better too, because
Yeah.
when we were doing them old back in the day, basically what it boiled down to was that it'd only be two people talking anyway, and the rest of the band would just kind of be
kinda sit
goofing,
there like-
and they would chime in or whatever, but
Right.
you never really got the whole story.
Yeah, yeah.
This is much better.
For sure, for sure.
1, 2, 3 is the max. I'm like, this is the
That's
best.
hard to figure because whenever I asked Kurt, because I had called dibs on like wanting to be on the Crash Cast before he even hit us up about it, because I love the structure. It's just
Yeah.
sitting around shooting the shit, talking about
That's it.
random stuff.
And you're good at talking.
Yeah.
Just fucking shooting the poop, man.
yeah. And I told him, I was like, hey, heads up, I got dibs on Crash Cast. And they were like,
That's awesome.
because we had already booked the Colored Door one too, and like
Yeah.
Austin and Brett was originally supposed to go on with them, but then he had a thing come up, so I think JT's gonna fill his place.
It's cool that there's other ones cropping up too.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. Podcasts are just such good like background noise, you know.
I mean, that's all I listen to now.
Really,
I mean, I work alone, so
Yeah.
it really, I feel like I'm just kind of in this room and
Mm-hmm.
people are just having conversations. That's why I kind of gravitate to this model of
Yeah.
podcast. I listen to a couple of show ones,
Mhm.
but not a lot.
I like a lot more freeform stuff. Like I don't listen to many podcasts. The only ones
Yeah.
that I really like listen to I listen to Dead Meat, which talks about like
Okay.
horror movies and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I used to watch this one, I forget what it's called, but it talks about like artists and like kind of like history of like certain bands and like people in bands and stuff.
Those are
which
cool.
was
I like
Yeah.
those.
But then like I got really into specifically Dead Meat. I like hyperfixated on that for a little bit whenever I was delivering pizzas,
Yeah.
because I was listening to so much music that I was just like, I don't want to listen to music anymore.
It's a good balance. But plus,
Mm-hmm.
I'm to the age now where, my bands aren't really putting out records anymore.
Right.
A couple of them are, but you
Mhm.
might get like one record every 2 years. So I
Right,
don't have
right.
a lot to catch up on. And so I'm going to listen to either the hits
Yeah,
or maybe they drop something new.
right. Which that's-
So, and podcast is brand new every week.
For
You
sure,
get a
for
brand new
sure.
version of this every single week.
Which is super cool. Yeah,
And
that's
they
like
waste-
a part of the appeal, I feel like.
Or not waste, but they take up a lot of time. So
yeah, for sure.
it's like, well, I know I have X, Y, and Z to do today. I can burn through 3 of these things.
Oh, I listened to the whole 2.5 hour long Jackson podcast on like a 6-hour drive back from Kentucky.
Dude, that's
that was
yeah.
when I listened to it, and I was like,
Oh, even in my car, my wife will turn on the radio, put on her whatever she wants to listen to.
yeah.
I put my headphones in and just now I have the music in the background and I have the conversation in my ear, and
That's
then
funny.
it's like I don't know. I'm just
Right.
addicted to it.
No, I get it for sure. I definitely get the appeal, even if it's not like exactly for me.
And I think it helps me too doing this.
It's
listening to a bunch of ways other people do it.
yeah. I feel like music so often gets to be like white noise if you're not actively paying attention
Yeah,
to
it
it.
can
And it starts
be.
to get a little grating.
Yeah.
That's why podcasts are good. Like if you're going to be listening to stuff like
Yeah, I
just
think
in the
you have
background for a while.
I think you have to, the whole playlist idea where it's got to be way different. So you're constantly being re-triggered
Yeah.
to page. Oh, a fucking
That's-
funk song's on now,
My favorite
and then
playlist.
a death metal song, and then and some Weezer.
Weezer. Would yours be funk, death metal, and Weezer?
Oh, that's my
Wit's
bad.
dude.
Mine is like that.
Wit only listens to like death metal. and like that kind of thing.
And it's awesome.
And it's awesome.
It's so sick. I don't know how he finds
I don't know how he does it, dude. He said he found, I would have to look at it, but he said he found this other like 7-inch at Full Moon the other day
Oh,
when
so
he
he's
was
like out there
shopping around.
actively seeking tunes.
He collects like super rare and obscure like
Okay.
heavy music. He said he texted me. He said, "I can't wait to listen to Antichrist Demon Core. The 7-inch I bought isn't on Spotify."
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah. Like, have fun.
I mean, that's the thrill of that medium,
Oh,
though.
for sure.
Especially with the store buys.
Dude, I didn't find this like in a store, but I think I said earlier, I'm a huge See You Space Cowboy fan.
Yeah.
And I found their split 7-inch that they released with Second Grade Knife Fight online for like $6.
There you
It's
go.
like immediate
Yeah.
purchase.
I've found a few gems on eBay, and I'm like, I can't, I need
Mm-hmm.
that in my life. I have a small record collection. It's like 50% my dad's old shit,
Yeah.
and 50%
That's
new
always
shit.
how it starts.
Yeah.
Dude, my dad handed me his mess of Korn CDs, and I said,
Uh-huh.
I guess I got to get more of these.
I guess I got to find out. Now you got to deep dive, and
Yeah.
like it's funny because your dad gave you CDs, which was what are
Yeah.
you like of our time,
Yeah.
because they had completely quit making records. That shit was gone.
And it's cropping up again. It's such
it's,
a big
it's
thing
the
now.
number one
Yeah.
way bands make money is fucking through selling merch, like, and vinyls are a huge chunk of
Dude,
that money.
yeah. I mean, like $20 to $40, depending on
Depending
like how
on
big
what
the
it is,
band
yeah.
pretty much. It's crazy.
I don't know, dude. I feel like even a small band should start charging $30. Them things are fucking expensive.
Really, we
And everyone's like, "Wait, we're
haven't
doing
done
20.
much yet.
We're doing charging 20." I'm like, that ain't enough. I'm usually not the guy that's like, you should charge more.
Yeah.
They need to fucking charge more.
You talking about shirts or
No,
records?
vinyls.
Okay, yeah.
Dude, a shirt is $30. Norma Jean right now, Wednesday, tomorrow night, $40 fucking dollars
That's
for a t-shirt.
For a
Okay.
t-shirt?
Well, then you can.
Probably.
No, it's 40. Saw the
Damn.
photos, dog.
They
40
also have to
fucking
match
dollars.
the headliner price.
Really?
They make you match the headliner prices.
Really?
Stuff like that, 'cause they don't want people
Yep.
to pick your band over the other band.
If you-
because
if you-
your
That's-
prices are lower.
When Korn and Under Oath played,
Mhm.
Under
Oh,
Oath
yeah.
shirts were $45.
I bought an Under
so
Oath
were
shirt.
Korn shirts.
I bought an Under Oath and an Alice in Chains shirt at that
and they were the
show.
same prices. That's why.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So there's no
It's a fucking
competition.
it's a
Yeah.
gimmick, man.
I get it. Doesn't mean I agree with it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Pay 'em like 20.
They're also doing merch cuts.
Really?
So, oh, big time, buddy.
Mm.
Wait till you.
Mm.
Oh, y'all are young. Y'all haven't hit all
Dude.
the jaded shit yet.
Well,
I don't want
I-
to ruin it for you, but man, there is some fucking
that's
real
why
bullshit in the music industry.
Totally, like of our own accord, we're just gonna like stay indie and like never get huge. Or
I don't
anything
ever
like
wanna be
that.
big.
I don't want to.
Pan
I'd
to
rather
15
die
years
than
from now,
be
he's like,
famous.
I don't know why you adopt the British accent.
Yeah,
I
the
don't know
fake
why
British
everybody's giving us
accent.
shit, man. We were gonna be big from day one. We knew it.
There was
Everybody
something in
knew
the
it.
air. Ever since that first show,
Yeah.
they were there for us, not Zashed.
We knew in 21. We knew in 21 it was gonna be a fucking thing. Yeah, Zash. Who's fucking Zashed?
Who's that? I've never heard of those guys.
Stupid.
The Brother Tongue's Ash online.
There you go.
Dude,
the fake
we-
beef.
We have talked
Fake
about that
beef
so much,
and then
actually.
save it up with a split E EP.
Because we've ever since day one, we've talked about doing a Zashed versus Brother Tongue like co-headline thing.
Verse sets are the best, man.
and then like
Love that idea.
Just like make it such a thing.
Yep.
Like
We had an idea, and it still might happen at someday. But the Eyes Up House, and we were gonna take
I
3
wanna play there
bands,
so bad.
and we were gonna set up in a circle all the way around the interior of the house,
That's
and then
cool.
every band would play one song, and you would just go in a circle
Dude.
and battle
Isn't
it
that
out.
about what the idea we had? Is we were gonna set up on opposite sides
and
of the
play
stage
at
and
each
play
other.
at each other. Yeah.
yeah.
But then, like, I think
Yeah, very Scott Pilgrim.
I
Yeah.
think that's a really cool idea. But then I think to myself, what am I gonna do while Zash is playing?
You fucking party. You send
You're
it
right.
back. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
so right.
Yeah.
You're so
or you church it up and you boo, fuck you. You throw popcorn at them like you make it theatrical. Like, oh, we gotta win.
Dude, that would be so much fun.
You make it fun, but like it's like mean spirited fun
Yeah,
kind of
for
thing.
sure,
Like
for
I'm
sure.
just ribbing on you kind of
Well,
shit.
that's why I was like doing the fake online beef, like Jacob Ash killed my dog and we hate Zash
Yeah.
now. Like,
How dare you?
yeah.
It's good. Like it's fun, especially if everyone is kind of in on it because they're
yeah,
part
for
of the
sure,
thing
for
too.
sure.
It's just like group chants and all that stuff. Anything you can do to involve the fan bases and make it just
Yeah,
you know.
that would be such a lot. And then we close with our Zashed X Brother Tongue collab song.
Yeah, and you release a split
Yeah.
that day. The
Yeah.
day of the thing, you release a split EP.
You make the fans pick sides.
You squash the beef, that's right.
I hate having good ideas like this.
And then we
it's
just
like-
put it all out in the open so
Yeah.
no one's going to believe a fucking thing now. Cut the whole last part of this out.
Well, that and then just also just like being like, oh yeah, that would be such a good idea. 10 years down the later,
That's right.
down the road, that'd
Uh-huh.
be such a good idea. Like,
Yeah.
why did we never do that?
All about that.
Oh, buddy. Welcome to my
It's the
life.
curse of
Welcome
being an
to
artist, for
my
sure.
life.
I mean, this was that conversation.
2 years. This took 2 years
Yeah.
of just talking.
You know what would be so cool if we started a podcast and like interview.
Dude, I had
like,
sit
chatted
downs with
people.
friends, fucking dude, I have notebooks of shit that you can go back and we had like set designs.
That's awesome. That's stuff like that is so cool.
Like the original idea was this was going to be more like a sports center type thing, but for
Really?
music.
That'd be cool.
Like 3 people, 3 cameras,
Mm.
this whole like to do. We were going to put everything up on screen. Because YouTube was they were kind of doing that with everything for a small little bit. Couple years, YouTube
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
was like everything was Sports Center. You know,
TV
they had
show
the-
style thing.
this is what we're talking about down the left column, and it would, you know, movies were doing it, sports, all this shit, music, and I was like, we should do one for music, man. It'd be awesome. And it was all YouTube first. Nothing was like podcast first.
right.
And then finally one day I got bored one night and just paid a whole bunch of money and started a bunch of online accounts. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, now I have to.
How'd y'all come up with the name Crashcast? Just kind of come to mind.
That's a good question.
I mean, that's all him before.
I think it was something, and then it just merged into those two things.
Yeah.
It was 2 things, and then that we took one from each and merged
Right.
that.
Right.
If I remember right, a long time ago. It was like 5 years ago.
How long have you been doing? 5 years? You've been doing the Crashcast?
Yeah, well, 7 if you include all the bullshit talking.
Right.
you know?
Right.
But
Dude,
the pandemic was
yeah.
in the middle of that.
Yeah.
So-
I actually remember that because I remember going and like deep diving, seeing like who all has like been on here, and it's like 2017. Damn, like
Not yet.
Not
Till
yet.
right now.
Brother Tongue.
This is the most important
No
interview we've
way.
ever done.
Yeah.
This is the most important interview we've ever done. The only
just say it
interview
every
we've done
time.
so,
Yeah, yeah.
so far.
Fans were like, this is the best night of tour so far.
Every night. You go to see him the next city, like, you guys are bad.
Yeah.
Fuck last night. They sucked. You guys are the best.
We
And you're like, wait.
I really mean this. I haven't said it 20 times.
Yeah, yeah.
Whenever I saw Steel Panther for the first time, they were like introducing all the members, and he's like, and introducing the best drummer in the band.
Yeah.
It's like nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
My
Not the
dad
best drummer in the
loves
world,
that
the best
joke.
drummer in this band.
In the band, yeah.
That's the guitar.
Yo, in My Hands to War, that's true.
The best drummer in the band.
Thanks for shitting on me, dude. That's 100% facts.
That's hilarious.
Justin can drum circles around me.
Dude, I
Oh,
remember
fuck.
we played a show in Arkadelphia. It was our second show ever.
College?
Yep.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a college show actually. It was
There's a fucking fly. I know
no,
y'all
yeah, I
seen
saw it.
Yeah,
I
I'm
saw
trying-
it.
Every time he comes near, I'm like, just kill it.
That's why I saw I didn't know if you made it. But we played at a rec center in Arkadelphia.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And afterwards, we were just kind of like hanging out, and the dude went up and started like ripping on the drums, and he was a worship drummer. And Brett then educated me on why they are absolutely cracked, because their fills are like never in 4/4. They do these things called like drum sheds that are like multiple drummers in a circle staring at each other playing the same beat and like taking turns riffing.
Yeah.
And I was like, you should do that. He
Yeah.
was like, I'm not good enough to do that.
We
I was
wanted
like,
to do one, something similar to that, where I think it was like 3 or 4 drummers, but only one real drum kit. And then you would set up in like a half moon a bunch of other percussion stuff. Yeah, he's dying, bro.
Dr. Pepper's hitting me.
And we
man.
just
I'm
called
sorry.
it like, oh, we called it Houses versus Elephants.
Ha.
and basically you
See who wins.
like an actual fight. Oh yeah, no, that's got bad written all over it. Somebody's gonna snap a fucking femur.
Yeah, because we don't actually know how to fight. Just be scrapping on the front lawn.
Well, the problem with that is somebody accidentally gets hurt, thinks you did it on purpose, then they get actually mad. Now you're actually fighting,
Yeah, right.
and you don't know until
Like,
they
hey,
punch you right in your
man.
fucking face.
Dude, I've been there when I was a kid for sure.
Oh, we used to fight in my front yard
Yeah.
for fun.
For sure. No, me too.
Yeah,
I grew up.
boxing gloves, and we would just fucking.
We didn't have boxing
Oh
gloves.
well,
It was
we
just
got
wrestling on
lucky.
the
Yeah,
ground.
we had boxing gloves. Thank God.
We weren't throwing punches though. It was
We
more
were.
like wrestling.
No, it was punches. That's all
Nice.
it was. It was boxing. It was like an exhibition
Yeah.
round. But
That's
then,
awesome.
same thing though. People get mad.
Right.
They get a little too much, and you're like, Jesus Christ. So then you get them a little harder. And
Yeah,
before you know it, you're
literally
really
that's
boxing.
what
Yeah,
happens.
Yeah. Just a bunch of pissed off teenagers now.
Yeah, right.
And
Just
no
like,
one's
gotta
there
let
to
out
stop
somehow.
it.
Yeah, I remember a couple of times my dad would walk out and be like, "Hey,
Yeah.
cut that out."
You're fucking dumb. Stop.
Dude, the buddy of mine that I would like scrap with got sent home once, I think, because he was like, "You guys
Aw.
are being too rough."
Uh-huh. Definitely
pretty
been
awesome.
there. Oh man. I've been sent home. It's the worst.
Yeah, it is the worst.
You're
It
at
is
your
the
buddy's
worst.
house and you do something that pisses off their parents. You need
Yeah.
to leave.
Like, it's like, "Can I come back next week though?"
Did the camera die?
Oh no.
What? What?
Oh, we lost
you
all
got-
that. Did
Well,
we
did it
lose all
save
that
it?
talk about wrestling?
Yes. But like,
Well, can we hit record real quick and wrap it up so I can stitch it together? Oh,
Oh,
this camera is not.
we'll just leave it on them. Oh, that's fine. Okay, let's wrap it up. All right, plug your shit.
Brother Tongue. That's all I got. Follow at Brother Tongue on Instagram, and I'll let Tongue.
Yeah,
Brother.tongue.
brother.tongue on Instagram. Look out for releases in the next couple months.
believe
Maybe.
him.
Don't believe me, but
Make a deadline. Keep yourself accountable.
Make these deadlines.
but
Yeah.
hey, we're in the process.
That's literally what I keep saying.
We're in the process. We're looking at studios. We're looking to get a quote. Yeah, we don't
No,
have
you're
any
good.
shows right now, so just at the moment,
Keep an eye out.
Brother
Follow us on
Tongue.
social media.
Yeah.
Stick with us.
For sure, brother.tongue.
They
on
all do have a
Instagram.
fucking crazy show, so it is worth the wait and see.
Yeah.
Facebook, Instagram, Patreon, Twitter. We got all that shit.
All we've got is the Instagram. So
No,
just-
us. I'm signing off. Sorry for the fucking computer
Some sort of
meltdown. That's
bug.
weird. Yeah. It's
it
the
happens.
first time for everything, dude. Technology
Yeah.
fucking wins and loses.
I remember didn't
Um,
you say it like the beginning of the Justin episode? Where
Yes.
you guys,
Oh,
like,
dude, that was
lost
a
the whole-
fucking nightmare.
I can imagine.
Um,
Like you
shout out to
start a
Justin
new
for being
recording and you're
awesome.
like mad.
Yeah.
And it's just like it changes the vibe of the whole show.
it really does. No, we'll have him back.
Computer, and then
Yeah.
after that we lost.
All the footage.
Mm.
Yeah. But thanks everybody for tuning in. Thanks guys for coming.
Thank you for having us. It was
And
a blast.
we'll do it again sometime. This is very fun, and I'll see
sure.
y'all very soon. And
Hell
thank
yeah.
you for listening. Peace. Heyo. Woo. It was about that time. Yeah. I guess we can't do 5 hours.